What they say about pizza, right? Even when it's bad, it's good.
Exactly.
I was like, if I'm playing soccer, I am not playing anything. I'm playing either soccer or nothing, and I play nothing.
You guys curse over here, so
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, thank you to everyone, all my friends, and like, let's promote the league.
Also, Mudia loves Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Big Taylor Swift.
No way.
He's a Swiftie all day long.
New media, baby.
You won't believe what Dybala's mother's aunt's cousin's daughter was.
I was a Ferrari and they drove me around like a Fiat.
Bro, why does Hakeem Mustard not come to the MLS?
I make TikToks.
Best part of the episode.
Your parents?
We haven't had this much fun on a podcast in a long time. It feels like we've known each other for a while now.
He knows a lot about you.
All right.
We started with that. Can we just continue?
Okay,
Just
no, keep it like that. All right, boys. The biggest pod to date. We have obviously us, the Footy Culture. So we got Dan, Matt, James at the back on the camera, Dave, and then there's me. But then on top of that, we have the IFTV boys.
Yes.
I will start off
in the building.
on this side. IFTV Angelo. We got IFTV Adamo.
What's good?
And on this side,
The boys.
Michael Cantares
Yes,
and
sir.
Michael Messina. Welcome.
Kings in New York.
Guys, our pleasure.
Bro, I love this. Yo,
It's
your
amazing.
setup is unbelievable.
10 out of
I gotta
10.
say, I don't know what camera I'm supposed to be looking at, how
All
any
of
of
them,
this
all
is
of them.
working. One match is gonna light this place on fire, but it's unbelievable.
I can't stop looking at the walls. There's so much detail to every square inch of this place. You guys have every size cleats also. So it's a pretty
You're
dope
taking
setup
good care of us.
regardless.
It's making me like Canada, all right?
Yeah, that was good. Maybe come back more often. We'll see.
But no, really.
How's the pizza? Yeah.
Be honest.
Not as good as New
Be
York.
honest, though, but be
Pizza-
honest.
It was mid.
Listen, it's good. Like, for my expectations, it was good. It was good.
For his
I like it.
expectations, though.
Yeah.
For my expectations.
Gotta take you
I
to
don't know.
an
These
Italian
guys talk a
restaurant.
lot about the pizza.
Bro, we gotta take you to
over
Concord. Don't worry.
Yeah, you gotta go to an Italian restaurant.
there. Yeah, we need like we didn't have a good day. We literally arrived a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
Just
We'll give it
landed,
time.
bro.
But hey, listen, you brought us the pizza. We eat it. It's good. I can't complain.
Good,
You know what
good.
they say about pizza, right? Even when it's bad, it's good.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna finish the
Like
rest
a lot
of the
of
saying.
other
but-
things.
yeah, but you've never had pizza.
Stop.
He doesn't want
it's
it
bad,
bad.
it's bad.
We're already bound mouthing companies on there. Not even 2 minutes in. Jeez.
I don't think we're ever gonna work with Pizza, Mike.
My
never know.
dreams are
When that shot
shattered.
comes.
My dreams are shattered, boys.
Okay, boys, but
We love
before we
pizza,
get into the
pizza.
good stuff, I just want to know real quick, how did all you guys get into footy? How did you guys start watching? What made you guys start supporting your favorite teams? I want to hear all of that.
Who's gonna start?
I'll start first. I mean, I actually got into it pretty late, to be honest. I think I got into it in middle school. I had a few buddies that were into football in general. Then I met Marco in middle school. And from there, we kind of hit it off with the World Cup and stuff. I'm Greek, if I don't say it 100 times. But I started watching from the World Cup and stuff like that. Then there was a few Greek players that were playing in Serie A. Then Marco was kind of edging me on to watch more Serie A. And from there, I kind of started watching not just football, but Calcio in general. And from there, I think the interest for me, at least, really started from that. And my dad's an immigrant from Greece, so he was always pushing on me to watch football. So
Can I give the real
also
story?
helped.
Can I give it? Can I give
that was
like,
all cap.
okay, let me get the real one.
Okay.
So what happened? 7th grade, we met. He got with like our whole soccer crew,
Yeah.
and we needed a goalie, and he didn't want to play, and nobody wants to play goalie.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to hang out with us. So we're like, yo, Mike, just playing goalie. And him and one of our other boys that were friends with Angelo, they would just stand there. And you weren't into it at first, but then like slowly he got into it
The
because
World
like
Cup
you
was
were
a,
hanging
was
out.
a big bang. I
And
think,
then,
for that.
but yeah, that was funny. And then you slowly you know how everyone starts out. Like you start out as like
Yeah.
goalie, and then you move up. Now sometimes you're
Okay.
playing defense.
Which World
and
Cup is
midfield.
it? 21?
It was 2010, right?
2010?
2010
Yeah,
has a
right around
big,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
That's I think the last time Greece
He's
qualified.
a veteran.
So,
Yeah. Me, I obviously my family's all Italian, and it wasn't a choice. Like literally Sunday mornings was like my dad waking me up, putting a chair right in front of the TV, like my mom making espresso, and like watching Serie A all day long.
Yeah.
So I grew up playing since my dad always says he's like you were playing before you could walk, like
Yeah.
you were playing soccer
Yeah.
before you could walk. And Del Piero was my idol. I told you I got your freshener, your Del Piero. car freshener. This guy likes
There
this
you
guy.
go.
Oh, this is good. The shirt is nice too.
Thank you.
So
thank
he was my idol, my icon. Like
Yeah, same here.
besides just like how he played, just the character of him.
Yeah.
Like as a player, I wanted to be the person like him, like the leader. So that's how I got into it. Yeah.
Nice.
Fair enough.
How about you boys?
How about you boys?
Yeah. So my mic just flew.
This is his first podcast, by the way. For Mike Champo.
Soccer.
You got this.
Footy was the first sport I ever played. I was like 7 years old. And then like I got into hockey and I kind of like got away from it. Then like I think 2000, following the Italian national team. Paulo Maldini was my idol. You know, I idolized like captains and leaders. So ever since then, it was a wrap.
Bro, you make me cry over here.
Getting
You're on
teary
a
over
tear.
here,
Bring
bro.
up, bro.
My story's not as interesting. I came from obviously a full Italian family, but oddly enough, my father, big, massive hockey guy,
Yeah.
Damn.
huge Habs fan, also unfortunately. But it is what it is. What can you do? And even when I wanted to play soccer, he was like, no, you're playing hockey. And I was like, if I'm playing soccer, I am not playing anything. I'm playing either soccer or nothing. And I play nothing. So that was fantastic.
I never even heard this song.
Yeah, I know.
And then,
seriously.
I always idolized Totti, of course. I loved Fiorentina's purple kits ever since I was a kid. That was
Classic, bro.
They have
Classic.
a
nice
huge
kids.
thing for me. Huge thing for me. But, couldn't support Fiorentina. I had to support AC Milan.
Yeah.
I went to Lids one day. You guys know Lids, of course.
Yeah.
I saw an AC Milan hat. And I was like, nah, it looks pretty good. Bought it. From that day on, became an AC Milan fan.
From a clearance sale, right?
You guys got security here or what? What's going on? So yeah, that's basically it. And ever since then, now we're here.
Do you guys remember the first jersey you ever bought?
Yeah.
First jersey ever
Like-
bought.
Like, do you remember like the time and place, like where you got it,
Yeah.
I do.
who was on the back,
I do.
all that
Was
shit?
that a flea market? I don't think it was Dr. Flea's. I think it was the one on Downsview. Which one's that one?
Yeah.
Whatever. I was there, checking out one of like the local vendors that they sell jerseys at. I saw Ronaldinho 2006 Barcelona kid, bro. I was like, told my dad, I'm like, I want that.
That was a sick shirt.
Okay.
He didn't buy it though, right?
No, he bought it. It was cheap. It wasn't like the $100.
So your dad's not like my dad.
It wasn't the official jersey, bro. It wasn't like $100.
Just
It was
making
like,
sure.
It was like $15. Like, okay, I'll
It's
get
like
it
a
for you.
Spiaggia kid over there.
Yeah.
Did it have like the sponsor and the logos and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
It wasn't
cheap
that
kid.
bootleg. It wasn't that
Yeah,
cheap.
it's not that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are heavy hitters over here.
Yeah.
You look
yeah.
terrible with the amount of jerseys that they have.
Oh, you guys are
Like
repping your
t-shirt.
brand. That's okay.
No, for real.
I remember the first jersey I bought was from Ludo's shop, a Greece jersey. I remember that. Before I met Ludovico's a big Napolitano that's on a podcast, and I remember I asked Marco, where can I get a jersey? And you were like, oh, go to this place. It was close
I know
to
a
the
guy.
shop, and I was like, I know a
got a
Italian
guy.
guy. And I was like, do you guys have any Greece jerseys? He was in the back watching like Maradona highlights.
He's not kidding at all.
I'll
either.
never
believe it.
forget that.
He owns a shop though.
He
used to,
owned
used
the
to.
shop.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when we were younger. Then luckily they had a jersey.
How many did they have?
yeah.
How many Greece jerseys?
I think there was one.
Yeah, it was the
There
only
two.
one.
There was one that was
Took
my size.
50% of his inventory.
It was like I remember it was a small, and then there was like a large. I was like, okay, this is good. it was that year though, and I was like, okay, nice. So yeah. And then a few years later, we met Ludo. I was like, oh, yo, this is the guy that bought the jersey. But everyone knew him. He was like a neighborhood legend because he also does coaching and stuff.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everyone knows him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't remember. I don't know if it's the first one, but the one that came to my mind when you said this, I only got Spiaggia kits when I was like a kid, like beach kits.
Yeah,
You know, that's what we used to always call them. And used to get like 2 for 15 euros, I think. And my dad, I remember, I had to be good all day long. Like my parents used to like be like, you got to be good, you can't complain, all this stuff. Like when we were in
Yeah.
Sicily, and he's like, I'll buy you a jersey. And I remember I got Bobo Vieri on the back, I think 32, Italy one. I still have it. I still have
really?
it. That and I loved Kaká as well.
Ooh,
Kaká Milan
that's
kit.
my guy, bro.
I love that one.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the
Nice.
two. And those kits for me, there was like, it's like the real ones.
Yeah.
Antonio still hasn't learned, like that's all Antonio wears. If you ever see our content, he still doesn't realize that those are not official kits. He will argue to the death that those are legit. So yeah,
We
that
at
was the
Italian Football TV do not endorse fake kits.
first one. Not at all.
Never. That's not a thing that we do.
For me, I had one of those, I guess, beach kits, an Italy jersey. I don't know the year of it. It's knockoff shit, knockoff brand, but it was a Baggio kit. Back in the day when Baggio was playing, I know Del Piero's my idol, but Baggio's a close second for me.
Don't you have a story about Baggio?
Huh?
Don't you have a story about
Oh, before every game, I watched his highlights. That's about it.
Wow.
the little DVD, bro?
I tried to beat Baggio. Even though Del Piero's my idol, I
You
tried
even
to
had
be
the
like
rat
Baggio.
tail, right?
I had the rat tail too.
And he went on to score 0 goals and get 0 assists.
It would have worked out if not for that injury.
My
Would have
injury,
been
man.
pro. Would have been the next Baggio.
Jeez. Canadian Baggio, man.
It's okay.
But yeah, how about you guys?
I don't know, man. I think it was an Ecuador jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuenca?
No, Ecuador jersey.
Ecuador national team.
Yeah, a national team jersey.
Yeah.
Probably like a Caicedo or something, man.
Caicedo.
Yeah,
nice.
we used to always go to Ecuador and like we always buy a jersey there because you can't find those anywhere, man. Who's
Yeah,
gonna carry
for
an
sure,
Ecuador
bro.
jersey, right?
They're not gonna have it here, bro.
But no, Ecuador jersey for sure. Those are nice yellow, blue, and red. You got a rep, man. You got a rep.
There you go.
I rate it.
Have you guys ever been to E-Tower Records on St. Clair?
No.
Heard about it.
I've heard about it.
That's where I got my first jersey.
Yeah.
Paolo Maldini. I think it was like a 98 home Milan kit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I don't. What, did
These.
you guys ever go to like soccer tournaments? I don't know if you guys all played like competitive or whatever. I went to like my cousin's soccer tournament when I was younger. This is where I got like these tents that used to sell jerseys. You guys ever see those?
10
Yeah.
cent soldiers.
Yeah, there's just like they come to like soccer tournaments and they just put
Yeah,
up
yeah,
a
I
tent
know
and
what
they
you're
have
Like
jerseys
little
there.
vendors.
Yeah. I think that's where I got. Well, that is where I got my first one. I was just wondering if you guys ever seen them.
Yeah, no, I had them. I had a bunch of them. Like Columbus Cup and all those things. They
Yeah,
always
yeah.
pop up. I never got a jersey though.
Always, every
No,
time,
I
every
only
time.
I only got those beach kids. For a while.
It was a tradition,
For a
right?
while. I don't know. They just knew like I was gonna mess them up, you know. So like,
Yeah.
all right, this kid doesn't realize it. And I didn't realize the difference.
Yeah, it's
You
the
felt
same
like a
shit.
superpower when you wore it. You know,
Right?
it's
Yeah.
like you transformed into Kaká.
And you
or
felt like
Del
the
Piero.
Yeah, you
right?
played for
Actually,
the.
imagine you had the real one, bro.
I'll never forget. I used to, because I played a lot. My whole life I played growing up. And I remember before a final, I had like a final the next day.
Yeah.
And I was kind of nervous. It was the first time I had a final. I was like 7 years old. And my dad brought me a Del Piero shirt, like one that I had. I had it already in my closet or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, wear this to bed. He's like, if you wear it to bed, he's like, you're going to play amazing tomorrow. And I was like, this guy's a genius. I was like, I didn't realize that's how it works. Like, that's the key.
That's the blooper right there.
And I remember I wore that jersey the next day. We won. We won the final, and I was so sure it was like the jersey. But
You still do
if
that to
you feel
this day.
good. You know, you get into that mindset of like, all right, I'm gonna play like him, and we
Yeah.
can win. So maybe I gotta start doing that more often.
Yeah, you gotta
before our
start
games.
keep doing that, man.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
I rate it. I think my first jersey, 2006 World Cup. My uncle, my Zio, came back from Italy, brought me a Gilardino jersey.
Gilardino.
Gilardino, classic.
That's a wild pick.
And it was before the semifinal against Germany.
Yeah.
So obviously I put the kit on, go to my Zia's house, and she says, "Oh, rub the number, it'll be good luck." So I'm sitting there like just rubbing this number like crazy.
Numbers coming off of the kid, bro.
Yeah, I'm going like ape shit with this fucking number.
But he wakes
And,
up with a rash.
Yeah. Shouldn't tell me
It's a
that
bad
part.
jersey.
Yeah,
It's not a real one.
shouldn't tell me that part.
Yeah. It's
Um,
gonna get worse.
and then Gilardino ended up scoring that game. So I was like, okay,
Oh yeah.
all right.
Best celebration.
She's onto something.
The
She
best.
knows.
Best celebration.
I love that celebration.
But yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
That hurts. You know,
Just
the
the
disrespect
violin in
to
the
just,
corner.
like
Crazy.
this, right after you score a goal.
That 06 team though, just in general, just with the celebrations. They
Oh
had,
my god.
Bro,
Yeah,
the
for
best.
real.
They had
Some of the
nice-
best celebrations.
And then the
I've ever seen.
grosso, like,
Oh my god.
what man?
Goosebumps,
Tops that.
man.
All right, boys. So we're curious. How did IFTV start? Where did the idea come from? How was it executed? How did you guys meet each other? Because you guys are from Canada. You guys are from the U.S.
Yeah, we met him for the first time. We met Mike
Today.
today for the first time. I mean, we had, you know, we've known each other for like 4 years now
Yeah.
online. Adamo, we've known. But it was Michael and I when we both lived like real close to each other. Grew up in Brooklyn. I had started like a Twitter account where I was always like translating the news from Italian to English, like in high school.
Yeah.
I was like that weird kid in high school where everyone's like, it's the Twitter guy. You know? Like, the hell's this guy tweeting all day? You know, like while the teachers were talking and shit. And then as things started to develop, we got to college. I remember, you know, I wanted to create content because I don't know about here. Now here, you guys got it like a good Italian community.
Yeah.
Where we are, everybody's like, a Manchester United fan. Sorry, I know you just said you're a Manchester United fan. Barcelona, Real Madrid, all of our friends.
Yeah.
Nobody liked the Italian league.
Really?
And I grew up with it. So I was pissed. Like I had a chip on my shoulder. All the content online was all about like Premier League, La Liga. And I was like, we need to start a channel that only talks about Italian football. I remember Michael and I literally used to call each other like at night and be on the phone for like hours just talking about the weekend. And one day I remember putting the phone down. My phone was on the charger because we talked for so long that my phone died.
Yeah.
And I remember closing the phone, reaching over and texting him saying, what if we recorded that and just put it out? And he was like, dude, I'm in. And like, that's where it started.
Yeah. Yeah.
First
sure.
moments.
College,
Crazy.
right? 30 year.
Yeah.
It's pretty
College.
cute.
Yeah, I know. And then we ended up meeting. Adamo, we met first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Through social media.
We knew him through Twitter overall. Like
he
he
was
just
creating
like,
content,
yeah,
Rossoneri TV.
he was doing a
Shout out
bunch of
Rossoneri
OG in the
TV.
game.
And
OG
we
in
were
the
just
game.
close.
Do you
We
guys
were-
even know
he was
what
cool.
Rossoneri TV is?
Bro, you guys got to do your
I
homework.
think I've
If you look
You're
at
old
me at
for
15 years
Jeez.
old making YouTube content,
I feel like I've seen that before, man.
Yeah?
Sounds familiar.
Gio, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gio.
So
This guy's
we got
working at the
connected.
bank now.
We got connected and started working with IFTV. We
Yep.
all had the same vision. And then Mike Champa came a little bit later on.
Cherry on the cake.
Yeah, and I really, we were focusing on a couple different things.
Yeah.
Like we had a podcast. We mostly started with YouTube content, video
Yeah.
content, and obviously we went to Instagram, Twitter, and we were doing a lot of memes. It was mostly like memes on like our Instagram and shit. And Mike really came in and he's like, guys, you should brand it like a different way. Let's make this like more of news, because we were trying to do news. We were like kind of in this weird medium spot. So Mike came in and helped us with that design aspect. So we each brought like different things on
Expertise
what
and
we
stuff.
Your own
what we
thing.
wanted to do. Yeah, and then we formed a pretty good team. It's been a long journey.
Not too
It's been
shabby.
fun.
I don't know about this guy, but
Listen, I'm not here for the slander. Okay? I'm not here for the slander.
Was there like a certain goal like you guys had in mind at the beginning? Like, oh, like we want to do this, we want to have like this certain amount of followers. Like, was
Or
there like a
just for
certain
fun?
goal like right off the bat or not really?
I mean,
Not for me.
yeah, I don't think in the beginning. I think the biggest goal was to do something, make it like our job, like a full time
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
And I think at least in the beginning, our biggest goal would be like, imagine like we worked with Serie A like
Yeah.
one day and stuff like that. So I think that for the most part, that was like the earlier dreams when we set it from there, and it just feels like for so many years, if we look back at it, it's been a long,
wild.
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. We say, oh, it was
We're
only
old,
like 4
bro.
years,
We're
but
old.
it's been a long
We're
time.
old, man.
And then I don't know, just through all that, I think that was the biggest. We didn't really sit down and be like, okay, we want to do this.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
kind of like put our head down, work, see what happens.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
our earlier goal was definitely like, yo, if we work with Serie A one day, it was like, yo, that would be dope.
I
Yeah,
remember a
I-
conversation we had, you and I had,
Yeah.
like early days, where first it was just like, I just want to do this because I was like pissed that nobody else was talking about it.
Yeah.
It was just like more of like a, I don't know if you guys curse over here. So
F
Yeah, go ahead.
It's
Say
like,
whatever you
fuck
want.
you to everyone, all my friends, and like let's just
Easy,
promote the
easy.
league. So that's like how it started. Hey, we need an counter.
There you go. That's one. That's
Mike,
one.
Mike
That's
is on
one.
like 50 today. Hey. Anyway, so I remember those first conversations. It was just about that, never anything else. And I know, like now, the way that I see it, like you never have like this goal, right? Because when you're in the ground, when you're in like the stink of it, you just got to think about getting today done.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
don't have time to think about everything else, right? But I remember us, you and I, looking back, and I was like, because our family was like, "Yo, you guys are crazy. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? We both quit our jobs or what we're doing.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys are absolutely insane." I remember me and you having this conversation, and I was like, Mike,
Yeah.
if we do this good enough, like maybe worst case scenario, we could find like a job. I remember we were saying like be in sports or something because they had like the rights to Serie A. We're like,
Yeah.
all right, maybe that could be like the fallback option. Like maybe that's like the goal because we never grew a business. We didn't know what it could evolve to. But I think when you got pure intentions and you just like just focus on the work.
Yeah.
Like don't think too much. Of course we had targets. Like we had an
Yeah.
idea of where we wanted to be. But I always feel like some people get stuck on that. It's like, oh yeah, we need to get here. So then you don't do the work for today.
Right.
I think the biggest for me as well, the biggest thing was that watching Premier League content, watching La Liga content, not only just people talking about it in our areas and not City as much, but seeing English speaking content that was incredible for the Premier League, Liverpool, Man City, all those teams, not Manchester United. Seeing all those teams getting such amazing content, but there's nothing for Serie A in English at the very least. In Italian, of course, there's tons of stuff that you can find, but in terms of English, there was nothing. So it's like, we wanted to create content that we ourselves would enjoy consuming. We wanted to be a voice that people didn't really hear because in English there was nothing providing that kind of outlet. So that was a big goal for me personally, where I wanted to make content that I myself would have enjoyed watching because growing up it didn't exist. It wasn't a thing.
Also with a different approach though. Like I know you said in Italy,
Yeah.
like you could say like
Very
Gazzetta
traditional.
or Sky, but like
Yeah.
that's not who like we were. We're
No.
not like really traditional guys. Like for
Not-
us, it's like
not at
it's
all.
like you guys know the conversation we had here
Yeah.
for like the past hour or two. It's like with the boys, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
we talk about what we want to talk about. I know
Yeah.
people get mad at people in, oh my God, the beginning.
People get mad.
That we're not journalists.
Forget
Journalists
it.
don't talk like that.
Oh
Journalists
my
don't
God.
ask.
Oh my God.
Don't ask those questions.
You said we're
and stuff.
journalists.
Yeah. For us,
Where's
That-
that title?
was the
we're
biggest
literally
label.
guys that love a
Yeah.
freaking league,
Yeah, yeah.
and we just want to talk about
Exactly.
it.
But
Period.
that was the
That's it.
biggest label. People classified us as like old school journalists. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
What?
what? Did we ever say? I was
But
like,
it's
just
fair.
creating content.
It's fair though. From their point of view, I
Yeah.
get it.
It's a
It
fair
was-
assumption.
It's
It
like
was
the
new to
approach
them.
that what it
Yeah.
was, and for the way that they saw things,
Yeah.
that's not right. And I respect that. There's definitely a lane for that, you know. But I just think that it's not like all or nothing. It's not like their way
It's
is the only
new
thing
media.
that works,
Exactly.
and our way is the only thing that works.
Yeah.
There's, you know,
New media emerging, and I think there's other ways, and media in general is evolving, and there's
Yeah,
so many
exactly.
different.
now
ways.
it's a no-brainer.
That's going
But
on.
like years ago,
Yeah.
it like wasn't.
That's what I was gonna say. Like nowadays, you see like podcasts. It's just people just talking. It's just social. Like
Yeah,
just people
exactly.
just vibing and everything. It's not
Just recording
It's
conversation.
not formal.
that's
It's
it.
just like
Yeah.
the vibes, and it just goes around fluently, right?
That's what you guys do so good. Like that's how you guys came on our radar because it was just fun. Like, it was a completely different approach.
It was chill.
Like you guys talk about boots and you talk about like
Yeah.
fun shit that like me and my friends would like talk about like
Yeah.
you know when you're drinking a couple beers in wherever you are, you know, like
Exactly.
I like that. That's my style.
Champa was always sending us videos like, yo,
Yeah.
these guys
Yeah.
are pretty dope. They're
Yeah, I think you put us on.
Yeah,
there.
you
Yeah.
definitely put us on.
thanks,
there.
man.
He
Shout
sent us a-
Shout out.
Shout out.
I spot potential on social media. Like I probably know like 50% of the people on social media.
a
Like
scout,
if
baby.
anybody's
He's a
fucking
scout,
doing,
huh?
if
He's a
anybody's
scout.
doing anything and anything good, I know about you.
That's actually so true. I remember I met somebody. I'm not gonna say their name, but I met somebody at a
Say their
party
name,
and
say
they were
their name.
pretty small. And dude, you knew them, and I was like, how the hell do you know who this person is?
That's crazy.
Do you remember? You were.
No, I
I,
don't
where I,
know.
okay. I'm like,
Whatever.
So,
Tell me
little
how-
backstory of how like I met these guys.
Yeah.
So I think I saw them on Twitter first, and I have a big Instagram account. It's called Motivation Mondays.
Link in the
So-
description.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow. Follow for follow.
Yeah, so then I DM'd them, and like Marco was saying, I was telling him like you should move into like more of the media style,
Yeah.
and like I saw the potential in them really early with the podcast. Like they had the dynamic with the young guys and the old guys, and it was like the perfect combo.
Thanks, man.
No problem. And forgot where I was going with that.
That's awesome, man.
Anyways, yeah. So I remember Marco was like, "Do you want to help out?" I'm like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do for these guys?"
Yeah, we're already
And then
perfect.
I'm like, hey, let me figure something out. I started learning Photoshop like then,
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
and it got to the point where it's at now, and it's just like grind. I remember like I would watch like 10 hours of YouTube videos a day, like just learning Photoshop,
Oh.
and I would study like what everyone else is doing. And in the beginning, our shit looked a lot like other accounts, but
You gotta start somewhere, bro.
exactly. You just got to keep grinding. And then I remember I was talking to Marco one night. I was like, yo, I think we can get something with Serie A. And like, that was my goal the whole time. Like I saw the potential in these guys. Nobody else was doing it. And then I remember Marco went to Italy and you had a meeting. Didn't happen. And then a year later, we're back in talks.
that was
Nothing.
our life for the.
Yeah.
Everyone sees like today, and you're like, it's nice, but
Yeah.
literally traveling to Italy
Lots of
and
no's.
getting absolute no's and like
Remember the-
laughs.
Remember the first time we went together? How
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
that was? Well, we can't say
Yeah,
a lot of
those
stuff.
ain't-
But, no, we're not gonna, but it was tough. It was a lot of walls and barriers that had to be
Very
broken,
traditional
and
stuff.
there was a lot of parts where it like broke you, and then you're just like so discouraging when you're just like, yo, like what the hell?
I
We
remember
went
my
all the way
dad.
here.
Remember my dad at the airport. He looked at him and I when we were first going, and we were honestly looking back, we were so stupid and naive.
How long ago was
it's
this?
like
4 years ago, I think.
2017.
Okay.
2018. Around
Yeah,
there?
I think it was
Probably.
2018. Because
Sampdoria?
I think that's when I met you guys.
No, before
that.
bro.
It was, you know, it's like it's kind of like being in love. You know, like you got a girl,
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
you do the stupidest thing sometimes.
Mhm.
You're like, it makes no sense. Logically, I look back at some of the things I was like,
Yeah.
why would I do that? That's kind of how I would explain it. And I remember my dad telling him and I, he's like, you guys are making such a stupid decision. And it hurts so much.
Who's
Like,
laughing now, guys?
Look at us.
Nah, but like the thing is, I understood he was 100% right.
Yeah.
He was not wrong in what he said. He's an Italian immigrant who came here and it's like who came to New York and it's like work is the only thing. If you're not getting paid for something, You don't do it.
Yeah.
And I get that.
Old school, bro.
The world is completely different. Like, he didn't have that opportunity, which is fair. You just got to know, like, you got to be able to separate the emotions from it. You know, he could be right and I could be right at the same time. For us, that was the right thing. But for him and I, we're like, listen, we maxed out our savings at like those points. But we're like, I remember saying, I was like, dude, if we go broke and we're on the street and we're poor, at least we tried.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy that gets like 65, 70 and it's like, damn, remember that idea that we had and we didn't have like the courage to go forward with
drive,
it.
right?
So if you're willing to just like lose it all, I don't know.
I think that's why it works with us because like we all had that one goal. Like we just wanted Serie A to be talked about like how every other league, especially the Premier League, is talked about. I remember like growing up, like it was so hard to watch Serie A here.
Yeah.
It was, bro.
Like TLN would show a couple games.
Literally just TLN.
Do you remember when the score got it and they would have like the fucking ticker on the side and the bottom and you're watching it like a little screen? I was like, what is
They
this
never
bullshit?
had anything good, man.
Bro, it was like nobody respected our league like us.
The way that we did.
So I think that's why we all stuck to it and it's working out. Because there are like a lot of times where like you want to quit, like you're not making money and things are looking like they're gonna pan out and then they flop and
Yeah.
you just gotta keep going.
I think the big
50 on top.
I remember like I remember we had a conversation probably like last year. I messaged him like, boys, like if we don't start like doing something, I don't know if I can keep going. Like
yeah, it was tough.
Everything took off for us like I think like a year and a half ago.
It
Shit just
everything clicked,
when it rains
right?
it pours is like
Yeah.
the most perfect thing to describe like our situation.
Really,
Even my life, it's like when nothing's going your way and then all of a sudden so many doors open. But whatever, not to get too sentimental. I feel like we took that shit. We had like our own little therapy session over here.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Even with
Please
the
carry
Serie A
on.
thing, I think the biggest thing is I think we're just so stubborn in the right way in the sense that we got to prove them wrong.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
Like,
Calabres,
no
bro.
quit.
Yeah, hard-headed, man.
So it's
Come
more
on.
like us against the world. It's like, if we're gonna die with this, we're gonna go down fighting at least.
Might as
So
well, man.
It would just keep knocking on doors, being persistent with everything. I mean, even in college.
Oh my
we've
God.
said the story a few times, but the head of media, when we told them the idea, they said, "Oh, it would never work." It was like, it's not gonna
Really,
something
eh?
like this is too
You
much.
guys had a lot of doubters, man.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was, dude, so much that we don't even say to it's.
But we
it's
walked out of
insane.
his. Remember, we walked out of his
Dude.
office, and when you respect authority, all this stuff, and we're young.
Yeah.
We're in second year of college, third year, and we walked out, and we're like, "Shit, man." Well, I guess it was a fun little idea that we fantasized over, and like 2 seconds later, I remember looking at Mike. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" No, seriously, I was like, "Who the hell is he to tell us that?"
Exactly.
Turning a corner.
Yeah.
It was like a punch in the stomach, but then it was like,
Wait a
what are
second.
It
we
lasted like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
whatever. To tie
Yeah.
the knot, the big thing, the only thing I would say to people or whatever, it doesn't matter. Our way is not the way. But like that same thing, like I remember my dad where he said, "This is a stupid idea." That same trip literally opened the door for us
Yeah.
down the line
Oh,
to
wow.
literally get our partnership with Serie A. It was not like 2 months after or 2 weeks later or even 2 years later, but it led to a connection that we made, and it's like ultra connection that ended up becoming part of the league, and we were
Yeah.
able to partner with them because he had seen the content that we shot on a small level. So that's why we had freaking like 400 people watching at one point. But guess what? That number 399
Yeah.
that was watching was pretty damn influential.
You never know who's watching.
2 years down the line paid off like really good for us.
Yeah.
So
Jeez.
Yeah.
that's it. Whatever, bro.
So was that trip like the point where it's like, yo, we could like really do something with this business? Like we could see something take off with this.
I mean, to
That
be
trip,
honest,
that point?
no,
It
that
probably
trip,
wasn't
that-
then
no.
because
That was the first time where I was like, we're different.
Yes.
Like I realized that we had something different.
Yeah.
but they
It
did
was
show
different.
interest, right?
It was.
Interest is,
I think
Interest
it was,
Italian?
It's a strong word. I think it was more.
Yes.
I think it was more of like whatever. But I think that trip was more of a shot in the dark than anything. There was nothing concrete at all.
Yeah.
Mark was saying we paid everything out of pocket for that trip. We
No, I'm
really
not
had to
talking
make.
about that trip.
Oh, you're talking about a different one.
The one where he went to.
Oh, yeah.
by himself.
Yeah, there was some interest, but
But I'm saying even before that, it was more of a shot in the dark when we recorded with Sampdoria. That
Just
was
to prove
like
what we
the
could do.
first-
we're very big
we
risk
did.
takers.
Sampdoria
Yeah.
was the first team you guys recorded
The
with?
first
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So we always have a
Remember
little
that. Shout out to Sheik.
Sampdoria.
Shout out to
special place
Sheik.
for
There we
Sampdoria. in
The
our
streets will
heart
never
for
forget.
that. So yeah, it was.
Chick
'cause of
has
that.
never been the same.
We love you, Sheik.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to like when you guys first started. Like, okay, so I'm not like
This is a fanboy, basically.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pretty big fanboy.
He's the biggest fan right here.
Is he
Like,
crying right now?
I used to watch.
He's gonna ask for your autograph.
Oh my god.
Shut the hell up. No, I've been like.
You could sit in the middle if you want.
Yo, there's space in there, Chris.
No, okay, so like I used to like watch like soccer videos every once in a while. Then you guys popped up. I remember, man. Once I watched you guys, like, never went back. Every week I like wait for your videos, man. But like I remember following you guys like 5,000. Like from where you guys were and where you guys came.
Yeah.
Holy shit, huge difference, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Crazy,
Very kind.
There's a lot.
crazy come up. But yeah, you guys are killing it, man.
Thanks, man.
You guys are
what
killing it,
it's
man.
for.
We're trying to get on your level, man.
Yeah.
What you guys got going right now is
Can you see the studio?
Your backdrop is so much better than ours. Like, it's 100 times
I
better.
mean, first of all,
This
guys,
style
the
is
guy that
way
scouted
nicer.
us is scouting you guys, so you guys are next. Alright?
No, but for
Let's
real,
go.
we need to hire you guys to like help designers.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, get Dan, man.
I'm
Our
dead serious
major-
about this.
You gotta get these guys, bro. The two artists. The two artists.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, speaking of Chris being a fanboy,
Here's where it comes out.
Is this
So,
a story that beforehand we couldn't know?
yeah.
Is this the
Yeah.
Oh.
We were in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Oh, we went there for the game.
Yeah,
remember that.
Yeah, you know what's going
Napoli,
on,
right? So you guys had like press passes, right? You guys came
No
up to us.
way!
Picture.
Shit!
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
I remember taking that picture. That's you.
That's us,
sorry.
man.
Oh, my God, that's awesome.
That's hilarious.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Oh, I'm happy you saved that for the pod.
Ann
That's
Arbor, you're
amazing.
right.
But continue.
That's not even the best part.
Oh my.
I think it was after the
What is
game.
that?
That was like later at night.
Yeah, it was later at night. We went to a restaurant,
Yeah.
and at this restaurant, Chris notices two people sitting at the patio.
It
You
was you
guys
two.
over there, but Chris was a little too shy to say something. Yeah, we got a little starstruck.
Is
We
that
told
what we were
him.
drinking after?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I
We
saw
put
your
out a
tweet.
tweet.
Yeah, I
we
saw
put
your
out
tweet
a
after.
tweet or
Like,
something.
come chat. I didn't see that. I'm like, okay, no, they're just having like they're just like drinking. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just
We
like
didn't see the tweet.
I was
Yeah.
nervous, man.
So you didn't come?
I was
You didn't
nervous.
come?
We told him. We were like,
I
bro,
was,
go.
I was at the
go,
same
just
restaurant, but we just we
got a little-
we went to the upstairs, went to the balcony area to
Yeah.
eat.
Is that the guy you called the cops on?
Yeah, that was me, man. I actually have a restraining order. I just never told.
We literally went out with. I think we made a tweet one time.
Yeah,
too,
we made
when
a
we were
tweet
there.
to come over there, and we had a bunch of people come
guys
drink
Yeah,
with us.
chanting.
But another night, I think we met people at that game, and they're like, "Oh, we're going out drinking." We met some people. I think
Oh,
from Toronto
yeah,
too.
I don't know
from
if
Canada.
Yeah,
Luca, his name was Luca. I don't know. I
Did we
just
eat
remember.
a burger with them or something?
got burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
No,
had some
someone, a
drink.
different group, I think.
Could have been us.
Bro, next time, bro, shoot your shot, bro.
Shoot your shot.
Yo, shoot your shot with this guy.
You could have got his number, man.
Holy shit! But
Is that an
yeah,
open
That's
invitation?
cool.
that's the
That's
story.
Damn, full circle. That's
Wow, I did
weird.
not expect that.
Shit. I remember posting that.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm crying on this inside, man.
That's sick.
What was
Let's get a date.
It was like 3 years ago.
How'd you get that
Something
screenshot
like
now?
I sent it to him. I had it.
Oh, yeah.
This guy saved.
He saved on his camera for 3 years.
That's on
I
my
saw the
Twitter.
vision. He had
It's
the
on my
target.
Twitter,
One
man.
day,
One day,
he's gonna come on the podcast.
bro. It's the only picture in the favorites folder, bro.
That's what the heart
I
and
love how
everything,
much
bro.
you guys bust his chops, bro. That's
It's
amazing.
every week, man.
Oh,
Yo, this is literally like our group
Yeah.
is exactly.
You should
I'm
wait.
the Antonio, I
Yeah,
guess.
you should wait until we start talking about Juve, and then we start busting his chops.
Nah,
That's
man.
You
Speaking
had a
of
couple
trip,
good years. You had 9 years that you could have made fun of that.
Yeah, we
You
didn't
gotta
start
be
this
able to
shit.
take it.
Yeah, but like it was only Scudetti though.
Hey, exactly.
Two finals.
We don't count.
Nobody remembers second place.
Exactly.
Everyone does. Okay, but yeah.
Speaking about that trip, did you guys have like a favorite like experience or like excursion that you guys participated in, like a certain place you guys went to? Like, yo, this is probably the sickest place we've been to. Like,
Toronto.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Nice.
Toronto, baby.
just
With you
warming
guys
up.
over here.
Remember
Wherever,
one time-
wherever we are, Greater Toronto area. Wherever the hell
We're
we
in Toronto,
are.
man.
Is it Toronto? I don't know.
Everything's Toronto.
GTA,
Maple, bro.
yo.
Remember
Everything
we
counts,
went to
Toronto,
went to a
Grand Theft Auto.
restaurant when we were in Geneva, and I remember going there, and they introduced us to these two random players. We didn't really know them too well,
Yeah.
and like, oh, these are like the YouTube guys. Like, ah, okay, whatever. Shook their hands, went to the table, started eating. It was Skriniar.
No.
It was. I have a picture on my phone.
I remember.
I have a picture on my phone of the. I'm like, look at the beautiful ocean, and Skriniar's just sitting there like eating his food, and I'm like. But I had no idea who was. I was like, oh yeah, they talked like highly of him. They said, oh, he's one of the top like young talents, whatever. But we didn't like know too much about Skriniar at the time because it was many years ago.
Yeah.
And then I just had a picture on my phone of Skriniar, but I'm looking at the ocean. Completely
That was a
like
good one.
disregarded.
That match against Crotone, I remember because Sheik was like the highlight. He scored a sick
He
goal
scored a
that
dope
game.
goal.
He was
Unreal.
huge. Everyone at
Boston,
Muriel
like-
was huge.
Unreal.
But the guy that impressed me the most, and I remember saying, I think it's in our video, I said Skriniar was a
Yeah.
monster.
Unreal.
And then I remember them telling me like, oh yeah, he was the guy
Yeah.
that was behind us.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh damn, we should have spoken to him. He was,
We're drinking
sick.
speeds.
You just photobombing the picture.
Yeah.
in the background.
In
Way
the
to
s-
ruin my picture, buddy.
in the same trip too. Did we say it a lot? The Muriel thing afterwards.
Yeah, that was
with
sick.
the
That was the best part.
After the interview, Marco actually interviewed him half in Spanish, half in Italian, which he did pretty good with.
Half is saying a lot.
Yeah.
I said like 2 words and then like an idiot
Hola.
like the day.
Hola, okay, let's go.
Fix your
That's
mouth,
like what I
bro.
said to your mom. Me llamo Marco.
But afterwards, we did like a funny thing. We got like balloons. We knew it was his daughter's birthday. He was chill with us. We had some fun questions, you know.
Yeah.
And afterwards, when we were about to call a taxi, we saw him pulling out, you know, going to his house. And he was like, "Oh, where do you guys live?" And it was like the opposite of where we was going. He was like, "Yo, get in." I was like, "We'll bring you there."
Actually?
Yeah,
We were like,
Muriel.
"Get
It was
out of
45
here."
minutes
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
from where he was.
What was he
going.
whipping, bro? What was he driving?
It was a Range
Range
Rover.
Rover, I think.
That was
Oh,
just
was
one
it?
of his cars.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was just
Probably.
one. Yeah,
The
but
best
Yeah.
part, no, the best
I
part
know
by
you're gonna
far
say
about this moment.
I knew you were gonna say this, bro. I
not even-
swear. I was
it's not
about to
even the
call
car.
myself out.
It's not even the car. The best part by far is he's like, no, guys, come in. He's like, no, come on. As he's saying no, he's reaching for the handle. He's reaching for the handle. No, come on.
That's in the vlog, by the way.
It's in the video.
guys, to be fair,
It's in the
everything was
video.
out of pocket there, so
Yeah.
money was tight. So.
But you know, it's like, you know, you gotta say like no like 2-3
Yeah.
times. You know,
Yeah.
like there's some food I can never say yes. Like even when I go to somebody's house, no, don't worry about it. But then you want them to ask again.
Yeah,
You
you're
really-
starving.
you just
Are
want
you
them to
sure?
ask. It was one of those moments, but I also didn't want us to miss our shot.
It's like-
I was like, no, it's alright as I'm inside the door. Are you sure?
Nice car.
We're too far. You don't have to.
Pause.
But on a
That was
serious,
awesome.
the best thing, like that was where I realized that we had something a little bit different,
Mm-hmm.
was just because in the car I was like, we literally said, I was like, why are you taking us like 45
Why
minutes
is
away?
Muriel driving
I was
us?
like,
Yeah.
this is like
This is insane.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he told me, he told us, he said, you know, I had such a bad experience. He had just had a bad experience a couple weeks before. He gave an interview to a traditional newspaper. They took what he said and they like flipped it around.
Twisted it, yeah.
And he was like, I could tell from you guys, you genuinely just wanted me to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we danced with him. We like made like a funny edit of him with like Valderrama's hair or R9's hair. We said, which one would you want?
Yeah.
He was like, and I believe, like, this is his mentality. He's like, I believe when somebody does something good for you, you should give it to them because I want you guys to get to the next level where you're able to do this a lot. And that's where I realized that how the hell did these freaking 2 idiots from Brooklyn and then 2 guys from Canada like change something like for a player
Crazy.
to think like
For a
that?
pro, yeah. That's
You
crazy,
know,
bro.
that was like ridiculous.
He's not
to
even a
me.
small player. That's a pretty big
Oh,
player.
Yeah,
My,
No, it
my
was,
mind
yeah.
was blown from that.
But that's what you see nowadays too. Like traditional media is not something that people really look into now. It's all about YouTube, social media. That's where people get their content from more than anything nowadays. So like, it's coming to that time where like stuff like this is gonna get more views than anything, and then people are gonna realize, this is real. This is real. This is what people want to see, and that's why you see it growing.
Yeah.
all over, right?
I think even more about like the medium for me personally, I think it's just your intentions. Like literally, our intention, and it's not to say like not good guys or whatever. We like to have a good time.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Who
we
doesn't?
genuinely we try to find like the positives in things. And for us that's what's funny. Like I don't need to know some scoop
Exactly.
about like
Yeah.
there's a market for that. Like there's people that do that. It's just not our style. Like
Yeah.
when we hang out with people, we like to have a good time and fuck
I mean-
around and joke. So it was us.
I
That's
mean,
it.
there's intentions because at the end of the day, we're in this industry. We know a lot of journalists and we know a lot of great journalists that are like kind hearted. So I don't want people thinking it's like, oh, journalism is
Yeah.
bad or
Yeah.
whatever.
No,
There's- There's
it has its
we met
place.
so
It has
many
its
very
place.
great
It's just
journalists
different.
that
That's
are
it.
just
Period.
great
Yeah.
people and
It's
stuff
different.
like that. So
It has its place.
it's literally
For sure.
it is. That's the best way to say it.
Also, Muriel
Different
loves
kind.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Big Taylor Swift.
No
guy.
way.
He's a
Yeah.
Swiftie all day long.
Yeah, we were
That's all
singing.
that was
We were
on.
singing Taylor Swift in the
Bro,
car.
That
Forget
and
it.
Despacito.
That's
Justin
it's
Bieber
when it
remix
came out.
song.
It was right when it came out.
Yo,
Still-
that Justin
still
Bieber
bangs.
remix was
All we
Still
needed
bangs.
was a
Still bangs.
disco ball in that car. That's,
That was some wild shit.
You're right.
Was that your favorite interview? Maria?
Excuse me?
Was that your favorite interview?
Yeah, I was gonna ask like, who's your favorite like professional footballer? or,
Olivier?
person that you've
Boys?
ever interviewed.
Yeah. I mean, that one, I think it was like that first like really amazing one. So it's like, the first is always like
Yeah,
Always
the
the
best.
best. Yeah.
For me then I was lucky. I feel like Mourinho, I interviewed Mourinho,
Oh.
not for IFTV but for CBS, and
Yeah.
different level of like person, the charisma that he has, like the aura. He walks into a room and he commands everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's such a bad misconception about the guy. I feel like everybody, he's like such an easy punching bag. He was literally like the coolest dude ever.
Yeah.
He was like showing me pictures of like, he was just at the Vatican. And
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was with this guy showing
It's
me.
like you're no.
Like, you know, we got a drink. He's, you know, asking you what, you know, where do you live, this and that, like normal stuff. Everyone puts him on this like pedestal of like, oh, he's going to be mean. But I think you get what you receive, like even in there, right? Yeah. So I think he tested me at first. Like he was very closed off in the beginning, you know, seeing like what's this person's intentions, which is fair.
Yeah.
And I think once he realized that, then he opened up and I was able to like speak to him like normally, you know, not like I'm gonna ask you a question, you're gonna respond. I'm gonna ask you a question, just like talking to Mourinho, like one of the greatest minds. What is interesting to me? What is interesting to you? So just the command of respect power was crazy with him.
That's sick.
That's actually crazy. That sounds like a crazy interview.
Were you nervous before interviewing him?
So I never get nervous with interviews. Mourinho was the only one that I was like pacing before the interview.
Yeah.
It was more so, it was like at first I was fine. It's everybody around.
Right.
That's like, be careful with this.
Don't
Watch
say
out
this,
for that.
Don't say that.
They're like, oh, he could flip on a note. He could do that. And I was like, whoa. I was questioning myself. I was like, oh man, you know, I can't use this word. You know, it was in my head.
Yeah.
And it was like that for the first like minute or two, and then I was like, all right, like, remember the moment. You're interviewing freaking Mourinho. He's a person. Like,
Exactly.
I think that's how it is. You know,
Yeah.
like I love to just be genuinely curious. Like all of us. If you're there, what would you? If he was here right now, what would you want to talk about? Right? You know,
Everything, bro.
what's the
A
question
lot,
you
a
would
lot.
ask him? So
What would you ask him? What would I ask him?
yeah, what would you ask?
What's his greatest ever team that he's managed?
Yeah.
You got 10 seconds.
Who were his favorite players to work with? Like, what was R9 really like? Like, what was all these other players really like behind the scenes? You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Yeah, player that you work
Clip
with. that's
that.
a
We'll
good one.
post it.
Tag him.
Imagine he comments.
You guys have like a goal, like, or dream interview that you want to do with someone, whether it's like a player or a manager? Is there someone like, I need to interview him?
Cicciretti on Ascoli. By far.
Nobody even realized that he's there.
How many tattoos does that guy
Moscardelli.
really have, right?
Moscardelli.
Real ones know. Real ones know. He knows. Davide Moscardelli.
I would love Baggio because nobody gets to interview Baggio. Baggio's closed sector.
Yeah.
Doesn't talk to nobody. But this is also like kind of left field too. I didn't think I would say this, but Ronaldo would be a crazy one.
That'd be a dope
Which
one.
one?
Cristiano or
Cristiano.
Cristiano?
I'll say Cristiano. And I never grew up as a Cristiano fan, to be honest. I was more of a hater. I was, but I like definitely turned the path. Like I just respect how much he had to work on his craft.
Yeah.
He probably has, and this is selfish reason why I would want to interview him. I want to learn something. Like I want to learn something from that like sickening mindset of his on how to just be like in a crazy
What makes
zone.
him tick?
Like how can you push your body to that level and like
crazy.
never be happy? You know, when you get because it's hard. Sometimes you get to these successes and like you slack off. You're like, all right, oh, it took so much energy. Maybe I could rest for a second, but that guy never does.
It's like, how do you find the motivation when you've achieved so much, right?
And his age too.
He's
And
made
at
all
his
the.
age.
He's
I
got
know,
more
it's
money
actually-
than
it's
God.
crazy.
Like, he could easily just pack it in.
It's like, where's that drive coming from?
Yeah.
Look at him now. Like he's like pissed to play in Europa League with
real.
Manchester United. By the way, he's
Europa
on
League.
Zagreb
Manchester
Champions League.
United, Europa League. In case you didn't hear him. Europa League.
He's making up excuse for family reasons.
That's the
but
one
he's
outside
trying
of
to find a way out right
Champions
now.
I just respect that. You know, say what you want. I don't like the argument Messi or not, whatever. Just from that perspective, I feel like I would steal something from that interview to apply to
Yeah,
yourself.
Ronaldo's a
That's
good
it.
one. Ronaldo's a good one for sure. Because he was our generation also, so you really
Yeah.
got to follow his
Yeah.
career.
For real.
And he was like just one of those aliens that, played in Serie A too.
Literally an alien.
So it would definitely be interesting to pick his brain.
That's right. He'll be back at Napoli this
I have
summer,
three
so-
names.
Right.
We'll have him
Three?
Yeah, I have three names that like one day I want to work with.
Let's hear it, bro.
We don't got that much time, buddy.
Clock's ticking, bro.
Zlatan,
Oh, that's a good one.
Nah, he'd probably be fun.
Balotelli,
Yeah. That's a good
and
one.
Hakeem Mastour.
Mastur.
I need to know what happened.
He wants to know too.
I love this guy.
I actually DM'd Hakeem Mastour like a few months ago when he replied.
Left him
Yeah,
on
what do you say?
You got a glove?
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
We tried.
Wait, Mike, are you agreeing with Ronaldo? Or you got your own?
I was us thinking Ronaldo first, and then Zlatan's
Yeah, be original,
also a good
buddy.
one. Yeah, I know.
Socrates or
I mean, I interviewed Samaras before, which is
Samaras was a baller, man. He was
and
good.
he scored the penalty for Greece to
Man,
push
he
us
was-
through. So that was a big one.
That's
for
one
us.
Greek player I like.
So I was all choked up for that interview. He was awesome. He was awesome to talk to and stuff. But in terms of now, Zlatan's. I know Jamba loves Zlatan a lot. He's like
By the way, the
Uh-oh.
best striker ever.
Zlatan?
Zlatan, career-wise, the best.
that's a big clip.
Where's the
Clip that.
UCL though, bro?
Where's Ronaldo's?
A phenomenal is it?
The rules were different for UCL back then.
You guys talking about rules?
No, it's only the top team from each.
Don't get
league
us started with
qualified.
R9, please.
Mark, I never like copying, but I think Cristiano probably would be a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
To be
Not
honest,
bad.
that's a big one.
I think for
I got to
me,
speak to Zlatan. He was
Yeah.
he was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we interviewed him.
Does he
Cristiano
have that
actually,
big personality still, or
Bro, wild. Like again, there's just a couple guys that when they walk in a room, like Mourinho was like that.
Commands it.
Zlatan was like
Commands
that.
that attention.
You're there and you're like, but then they're so human. Like you fuck around with them a little, and they're so normal.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crazy, bro.
I think for me, it's tough. They took all the good names. There's Zlatan. There's Ronaldo, of course. Hakim Astor.
Chichirete already.
I
you're
already said.
Ambrosini still, no?
Let's not go there. Gotta show some love to the south. Domenico Berardi.
Berardi.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You see,
Dude,
see
are
what I
you
mean?
kidding me?
You see what I
what
mean?
is that?
You see what I mean?
How is that a shout out to the South?
And
How's
Gattuso.
Berardi the shout out?
He's from the south.
All right, Gattuso. Yeah, I
Calabrese.
know, but Berardi's like the representative of the
Bro,
South.
Hey, we got like two guys, bro. What do you want to do? We got two guys.
Gattuso's a fun one.
We got Gattuso
Oh,
and
Gattuso
Berardi.
would be wild.
Sometimes maybe
he'd be
good,
cool.
sometimes maybe shit.
Cool.
Sometimes maybe good,
Sometimes maybe shit. Tell me some stories about Greece.
He would probably hate us. Like we would
He
just
would
go-
hate us.
We
No, he
would
would.
go
Just
in.
social media.
Yeah, we would
for
go
him.
in fucking around like with phones in his face, and he
He
would
start
just
breaking shit immediately.
yeah,
That's not
No,
gonna
that's
last too
true.
long for sure.
But he would give like the greatest stories
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Like the
100%.
greatest stories.
Yeah.
He's a genuine person. We actually heard a story. Someone was from the same town as him, and he said after they won the World Cup, he came from like a fisherman's town. He went back to his town after the World Cup. He made sure no media addressed this. He wanted to do this private and stuff.
And now we're ruining it right
And
here. Never gotten out this
new
far.
media, baby.
Don't
And
you love us?
He like repaired all like the fishermen's equipment and stuff like that, and people that worked in the fish markets.
Yeah.
And he did like this whole like neighborhood that he grew up with, and it was like such a huge thing. But he made sure like he didn't get any media coverage from it till now.
My answer was good. My answer was good.
That's why I feel like Gattuso's like a real one. You know, he
Yeah.
doesn't fake anything. He's
He really
like,
doesn't,
if
no.
you're on his side, he'll have your back till.
I got a question
you're
for you
dead,
guys.
You know.
One guy you could have a night out with. One player.
Oh.
Who would you go out with?
If your answer is not Casano, I said
that's
I'm done.
funny.
Walk
I'm
out
done.
immediately.
I'm leaving the room.
Okay,
I'm a big Neymar fan. I know Neymar likes to party, so I feel like Neymar would be sick to party. To go.
I would if Neymar came to town. If Neymar came to the greater Toronto area.
That's the only guy I know that doesn't drink as much. Like, never drinks. Sorry,
I don't
doesn't
drink.
as much. He
I don't
doesn't
drink, but I get turned out, bro.
But
I don't even drink to do that, bro. I don't even drink to do that.
he gets drunk off others.
there's moments like we're drinking or at a party and this guy's just jamming. We're like, this guy didn't take one sip of beer. He didn't smoke anything. This guy's just partying.
It's
like,
life, bro.
jamming.
It's life.
They're all just like,
So we got Gary Vee over here.
It's all about gratitude.
It's a vibe, baby.
Yeah.
no,
Gratitude.
If Neymar's like, yo, have a drink with me, would you do it?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
This guy would invite it for some Doritos on his couch.
Nah, I respect that. It's
A lot of people wouldn't. Yeah, I respect that you were going against it. That's good. That's cool.
Neymar's my guy, though, bro.
we need to make a quote graphic. It's life.
Obviously, you know, be cool to just party with Messi and Ronaldo, but like they don't.
Messi, though?
Nah, I
Messi
feel
doesn't-
like
Bro, Messi-
Yeah, that's not
yeah,
good.
exactly.
Ronaldo
Ronaldo would be
drink
like
and Messi-
judging me on like
Yeah.
everything I would like eat. You're really gonna go for a chip?
Just looking
Another
at you.
Moscow
serious?
Mule, bro.
How many calories in that drink?
300 calories there, 40 grams of sugar. You can't be having that.
He would be that friend. That
You're gonna
would
end up
always-
walking out of the bar before you done.
This guy be having a heart attack.
The person I would obviously go with, and bro, I'm partying like not just one day. It's probably like a week.
bang.
Bro,
or a
you get
month.
1 day, man. What are you
Ronaldinho.
That's my second one.
That's a
bro.
one.
You're not partying one. You're not partying one day.
No,
with him.
I had that in my mind.
That's
I was
a
thinking
that's a
Ronaldinho.
full weekend, or
Yeah.
maybe longer. with that
It's
guy.
a schmovie.
You might not make it out, bro.
You might
not
never
make it
see
out.
me again.
Yeah.
For real.
Ronaldinho's.
That could be the
Bro,
end.
you might end up
Ronaldinho's
arrested,
a
bro,
good one.
in Colombia.
Yeah, I got one. I got one. I'm gonna go like a little bit, not too left field, but it's like Pogba, man.
Okay.
I want part of
Pogba,
Pogba, man.
Alright.
You just want to dab with the guy.
I just
huh?
want to dab with him,
I'm just
man.
excited that he's coming back.
I'm excited,
We
yeah.
told you he's arriving at 12 p.m. tomorrow. We just read the news. It's like, all right, Pogba.
Pogba, man. It's Pogba.
I feel like he doesn't really part of that. I feel like he'll have a drink in that.
It's because he has a wife now. It's pre. I'm gonna take him pre-wife.
Pre-wave.
Okay.
This guy's
Okay.
picking his
I
arrows.
got one that nobody's mentioned yet. Because I can't pick what everybody else picked. Totti.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
You go out with Totti, just gonna say.
You're not coming
you
home.
are definitely
You're going home
having
alone.
An amazing time.
Yeah.
I think Totti would be the best. Everyone
I
knows
think-
him. You go out
That'd be sick.
a night out in Rome with Totti. That's my answer.
I know
Okay.
that.
A night out in
You're
Rome
getting
with
in
Totti.
everywhere, bro.
Can you imagine?
That's
No
actually.
line.
No one can do whatever you want.
This guy's
Yeah,
renting out the
literally.
You
Coliseum.
go wherever. Yeah, yeah, you'll end up at the Calcio.
Totti's like a good, like going through an easy pass through like a carnival. You skip through the line.
Yeah, you can literally do whatever.
You got,
You got the
you got
fast
hook
pass,
right.
bro, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like knowing the bar owner and you always go in front and get
Yeah.
everything for free.
Yeah, that guy
He's got a
definitely-
different
Yeah.
answer.
I
Who's got a
think
different
if
answer?
I'll trump all you guys. You guys are all sleeping on my boy Andrea Pirlo.
Here though.
No,
What, you gonna go
You
wine
guys don't
tasting,
remember
bro?
you guys don't know the stories
You
of
know
the
the
wine.
vineyard,
Do you
you
remember
know?
the video of
Bro, he
Pirlo
has
when he was
one
drunk
shot.
at the club?
He has one shot.
Have
He
you
can't
seen
even
that
hold
video?
himself up, bro. Yeah, bro. We posted that video.
Exactly.
I think we posted like 3 times.
He's a light, I think
Come
Pirlo's a
on.
lightweight, bro.
Come on,
You're
bro.
talking about
himself.
lightweights, bro. You got half a beer, bro. You're done.
I'm not saying
He's
I'm bad.
hammered
I'm
right
not
now.
saying if you want to party.
get along with
Why
it.
would you want 2 lightweights at a time?
You could just be a vibe, bro. It's life. You don't
That's
gotta have a
it, bro.
drink.
That's
That's
it, bro.
true. That's
That's
true.
it.
That's true.
You got any different one?
Don't say Balotelli, right?
I was just thinking like prime Balo.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing with Balotelli
He's gonna
is you're
ditch
gonna
you.
have a night out and you're gonna have
he's
some
leaving you, bro.
fireworks too
Yeah,
afterwards.
fireworks.
So it's gonna be mad chill afterwards.
He's gonna grab a girl, he's gonna go home with her. You're gonna be by yourself at the party.
I think,
Don't do it, Mike.
I think it'll be a good time though, Balotelli.
Yeah, Balotelli.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy, and I feel like he wants everyone to have fun. So
It'll keep you on your toes for
Champo?
sure.
yeah.
You got anything different? Anything that we didn't say?
Hakeem, let's do it.
Yeah, bro, this guy's
That
got
would be
an
amazing.
obsession with my story.
What could have been, man?
I don't know. I heard. I don't. No, I'm not gonna
Be
say.
careful. Be
Yeah,
careful. Be
don't.
careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass.
I was scared to ask you the question. I'm not gonna lie. That was a great segment.
Yeah, I'll go with Balotelli.
Oh, tell you?
Keep it safe. Right?
Nah, Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was actually the best shout.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Ronaldinho,
that's a
man.
good one. I
Yeah,
give you
classic
that.
one,
That's a good
yeah.
I was about to say him.
What about Kyle Walker?
Kyle Walker.
I don't know.
Cal-
They don't know enough. That's why.
Yo, that guy's hilarious.
He just brings
still on Man
prostitutes
City?
into his thing. Yeah, it's something else, man.
Yeah, you can tell that we're the Serie A crew.
Yeah.
You say Kyle Walker, everyone else starts laughing.
Is that
We're
like a US player?
what do we get?
MLS?
Does he play in the Premier League?
Minnesota?
The English league, bro.
In the English Premier
We
League?
love you, Kyle. We love you, Kyle. I mean,
Kyle's a
off the
beauty.
record.
But yeah, okay, I got obviously a question. Who do you think's winning the Serie A next year?
Inter.
Yeah,
Inter.
Inter?
I think Inter has on lock.
I mean, a lot can happen in the Mercato. I think Juve could get second.
Yeah, me too.
Milan, I don't know if they can repeat what they did last
Yeah,
year.
it also depends on like what their mercato is gonna be like.
Today, what day is today? July 7th? If we're saying July 7th, everything stayed like how it was, just
Yeah.
based on the
Yeah.
Inter. I think Inter
Yeah,
last
for
year,
sure.
they were I don't want to say the strongest team because then Milan fans go crazy.
No, they
But
were.
For
They
Milan
were.
paper,
On
they
paper,
were.
on paper.
They were.
Milan
Make
were
me come
better
across
as a
this mic, bro.
they were better as a unit, you know, and I respect them and they definitely deserved it after everything that they did. But I think Inter, it'll be tough. To
If
beat
it
them.
ends right now, it'd be Inter, Milan, Juve, and Napoli.
Even the
I
top
think
four.
four.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Milan's
I'm
top
stepping it
Yeah.
up. I'm stepping it up.
Roma's getting in top 4 this year.
You think?
That's what I think.
I heard a couple people say that
That's
actually.
a
They're
tough
gonna take
one.
Napoli's spot.
That's a tough one.
I don't know.
Napoli's
I
been
think
selling.
it depends on who leaves Napoli.
If they lose Fabian Ruiz and Koulibaly, like
It's
they're
over.
saying,
It's over.
and
That's
Mertens
a wrap.
goes,
Yeah.
and
That's a
Insigne
wrap.
goes, and they're
Politano's
losing
gone.
4 or
All the
5
depth.
Yeah.
players that were
That's a wrap.
starters,
That's tough.
and Roma's adding to their team. I don't
And
know.
that's another thing. Like, do Napoli really have that pull? I feel like Roma has more pull than Napoli.
Because they got Mourinho.
Like
That's
a
why.
Mourinho
Yeah.
effect. Yeah.
That,
They
but
got
also like
Champions
the
League.
Bro, Champions League brings a
Champions
lot.
League.
Champions League brings a lot.
Roma's bringing Fratesi apparently.
Yeah, right now they're
That-
saying it's a little.
If they get honestly, if they get Fratesi, that's a
a
good
good
team,
move.
man.
It's
they still need.
solid.
We kept talking about this. They still need another attacker.
Yeah.
I would sell Zaniolo if I was Roma. I would sell Zaniolo for
Instant.
50 million
So you
They need more-
instant.
and
Trying to cash
defenders,
out
bro.
and
They need
get
a new
and
back.
Yeah, they
add,
do.
add a couple players. They could do really well with 50 million.
Oh,
They
yeah.
could, yeah.
I think Mourinho would build like a 6 squad.
Their defense is leaky. I think if they improve in their defense, I think Smalling's the only one that's really pretty good.
I don't like Mancini. I don't like him.
Kind of on and off.
Ibanez
And
is a
Ibanez
disaster.
isn't, you know.
Oh, no.
So if
I
they
think
get
their
two center
midfield
backs-
made their defense look a lot worse
Yeah.
last year because like they could just not hold the
Bro,
ball.
Yeah.
Ibanez individually, I never seen a player make so many mistakes.
Yeah, I know, but like if you watch their Conference League final,
serious. Dude, he
Hopefully
like
he's not a
almost
fan of your podcast, guys.
No, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
It's gonna be the title, bro. Ibanez is the worst.
New media.
Clickbait.
No, but if we're speaking honestly,
Yeah, no.
if you watch, I watched a lot of Roma last year. My gosh, like everything, like he would make so many fouls, so many penalties, lose the ball so many times.
But Mancini is the same.
Yeah, Mancini's
Mkhitaryan also left to Inter.
Yeah, he went to Inter.
That was like
I don't think that's a big loss.
I mean, he was pretty
They'll
consistent.
be fine
for-
without
You
him.
guys think that's a good pickup for Inter?
Man.
I was surprised by that, to be honest. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
it's
lie.
out of
player.
nowhere.
Yeah, he's gonna
He'll be
sub in for
behind-
Çalhanoğlu.
Hakan.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that, bro.
Where's Dybala going?
Staying.
Elche.
he's
Bro, he doesn't have a contract.
No, but like you see, like him and Pogba are chilling like every freaking
Man,
time.
they're friends, bro.
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
going-
But you think
Pogba's
Bro, you're one of
not-
those journalists, aren't you?
No, no,
Like the sun over here.
I saw an Instagram picture. He's going.
You think Pogba's not dude? You're giving a little nudge. Hey,
Are you the
so
type? Are you
He
the
is
type
going
that
to
like
sign
tracks
him, bro.
flights?
No.
You know, there's like that whole segment
my
on like
God.
Twitter that like
Arsenal
will track
fans,
flights.
bro.
Oh my
Crazy.
gosh, forget about it.
bro, there's people who now like they're writing articles like he liked this picture.
Yeah,
It's a hint.
bro.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
getting too ridiculous.
people can't do
Friends
anything.
can just
It's getting too deep.
The
bro.
girlfriends of the players like something, and that means he's going there for
Unfollow.
vacation.
Yeah.
He wore a black and white shirt.
that's a big one.
You won't believe what Dybala's
Dude,
mother's
that's
aunt's cousin's daughter like.
It's insane. No, I feel like the players
Mother
gotta be
walk
like,
your
I can't
shit.
wear this shirt out because there's gonna be rumors that I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
this.
no, it's
Yeah, for real.
It's insane.
Yeah, so many times I don't even realize what I like on Instagram.
Yeah,
Like,
just like
Yeah, just
Dude,
go
you
mine
through
is
and
just
like
scroll,
it.
if you see a friend, you just like it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with like any of my friends. All my friends are freaking crazy. You know?
I don't even
If
follow
you guys
you
don't even
guys.
know
Can you
Ryan.
name them?
Ryan.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't agree with like 99% of what Ryan says.
I feel like nowadays players they'll like comment things on their friends who play for other teams just to like fuck with the media.
think so?
Ju-
Just to,
yeah,
like,
for
rile them
sure.
up?
For
Classic
sure.
heel shit right
Yeah, I'm
there.
sure. Somebody admitted that they did that.
Yeah.
One player said that he was like he just did it for like headlines, like he did it to mess
to make
around.
it,
Who was it?
I don't know.
I'm not
You
sure.
don't remember? It was one
Was
player
it
that was like,
Serie A?
I just like to play the game. Pogba's definitely somebody that leans into that though.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
watch his like documentary, he like
what?
yeah, you know,
I have. It was.
it was terrible.
It was
1 out of
It
10 on
it was
IMDb,
actually-
bro.
Yeah, but that's also Man United fans that just like.
Yeah, come on.
But it did deserve a 1 out of 10. It was bad.
So I'm
Bro,
saying 10 out of 10 on his
It was
day, though.
brutal. If you're like a Juventus fan, or if you really like Pogba, then it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Yeah, I watched. It was pretty bad.
It was bad.
I felt like I watched the same episode 5 times.
Yeah, it's true. It was just like all about him. Like it was like so PR.
It was his Instagram stories put into a movie.
Yeah, for real.
It was too much. And also like they made it weird. Like they make it too. I thought they made it weird with like I always agreed like Pogba. He's more than just a player.
Yeah.
Like he there's so many little
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, yeah,
Like I have a nephew and he became a Juventus fan because of Dybala. Because of the style that Dybala has, because of his the celebrations,
to become Chris.
like that, the cleats that they wear, because little kids become obsessed with that
Oh, yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
how they are on
Flashiness.
social media.
The
So I
flashiness.
agree with that. But then when they leaned into that on the documentary so much with Pogba, for me it became a little bit like this feels weird. Like let's talk about football.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just talk
Okay,
too much about how he's a brand and like
It was
he's
all
bigger
that.
than like that's too much.
Yeah, they had like a couple of like snippets of him playing soccer. Like 'cause I saw like 30 seconds of him on Juve at one point, and then that was it. United just said how like he might leave, and okay,
How good was Mino Raiola in that though?
it was good.
Bro, he's the best.
R.I.P. Man,
He was the best.
World
That
class.
guy,
legend.
bro, said whatever he wanted, said the truth a lot of the times.
He's
that
a really
people got
smart
mad
guy,
at.
man.
The way that he spoke to people, I love it. I love a guy that will say what's on his mind rather than just play like the little, all right, I'm not gonna make anybody mad.
Yeah.
I loved him.
He's the best agent.
Yeah, it's not even close. I don't even know
People
who's
get
close
so
to.
mad because like, you know,
It
everything that he
impacts
does.
their teams because he'll hold out for his player to get more money, and it affects.
But at the end of the day, you could fire your agent. Like
Yeah.
the player wants that to
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
Insigne fired him because he didn't want to move clubs.
And
So,
that's
like,
why Donnarumma
everyone
kept him.
uses him as like they used him as a punching bag, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just blame him. No, Donnarumma wanted to leave Milan. Like it was not Raiola forcing him.
But
to
that's the
leave.
whole point of the agent too. He mouths what the player
He's gotta
actually
do what he's
wants
gotta
to
do.
do.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing
So
his
the
job,
people-
right?
He represents the player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's what it is.
He's not gonna force
For
a
me, it
move
was-
and make them unhappy.
Exactly.
The documentary is worth to watch for the Raiola part.
Yeah, it is. That was actually a good part. Yeah, only that was the one.
Redeemed.
Literally.
Nah,
The-
but
I wish.
2 stars now.
Yo, if I had a, I wish they would have made, or maybe they will, a documentary on Raiola.
Raiola?
Like
That'd be
old
sick.
footage of him.
That'd
If
be
His
they, if they
story.
have footage,
Dope.
yeah.
That would be amazing.
He has a pretty
player
interesting story
testimonials.
how he started.
He would be sick. He would be like a great one to watch something about.
yeah.
And you know it'd be it'd be like Zlatan's book. You know how like
Yeah, he
Zlatan
talks
was
so
super
highly
open,
about him.
and he speaks so much. I feel like that would have been
Yeah.
nice.
Probably,
Yeah, it would be cool actually.
Maybe they'll do it. I don't know.
Didn't Zlatan say his book was he didn't do any of it?
Did he?
Didn't,
I think I
didn't he
heard
come
that
out and
somewhere.
say something? I was like, I love the book, and
Yo,
then it
don't
came
ruin
out.
it.
The new one or the first one?
I am Zlatan.
That was the first one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it like said, yeah, I didn't do any. I was like,
Well,
oh,
if you
bro,
didn't
that was
do
a
that-
great book.
Bro, I
dude.
remember I downloaded that and
I
like
think someone told
it
me
was
that.
like a Swedish translation on.
You gotta find him.
Yeah, it had some weird, had some weird translations.
There
on
were
it.
weird. There were
Yeah,
weird,
very weird translations on it.
But that was amazing book.
That was
If
probably
you
one
never
of my favorite
read,
books.
I
Yeah.
can't read.
Yeah.
I'm such a
Me
terrible
neither.
reader. Nah, like
We're
legit.
illiterate.
I
that's
would
why.
love
That New York
West
education.
What's the last Dr. Seuss book you read?
Green eggs in hand.
I
Read
can't
every
read
night.
books that are like so technical
Yeah.
where I like just need somebody to speak to me, like talking normal terms. That book is like a great book for somebody
was,
who's
it
like
was.
not good at like reading.
I flew
and-
through that book, dude.
Me too.
I didn't
Me
want
too.
to read
couldn't
the
put it
next
down.
chapters because I was like,
I couldn't put it down. But and he just speaks openly. Like if you read his book and you read Pirlo's book, two like completely different.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Pirlo's, but I mean,
it was different.
Zlatan said what he said about Guardiola.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was
yeah.
amazing.
He hates them.
I was a Ferrari and they drove me around like
Yeah,
a Fiat.
bro.
Come on. That's
Crazy.
amazing.
He called him out, called him a coward. How he never faced him face to face. He told him the
Yeah.
problem. I was like, wow, this
I
guy's
take that.
going off.
I take that over like someone's like, oh, it's all right, it's
Yeah,
good,
exactly.
you know. I love that. I love
Keeps it
like
real,
that
bro.
Be
energy.
real.
Keeps it real.
Be real.
Yeah,
I love that.
it does keep real.
But yeah, you're saying about the Bala earlier. I think he's gonna go to Inter, man. I feel like him and Lautaro are gonna link up at Inter, create damage. I can't see him staying at Juve, bro.
And Lukaku.
Well, he's not.
No, Juve's
he's a
done.
free agent.
Juve's
now.
definitely not.
Yeah, he's done there.
You would definitely not.
He's gonna go to.
DFC.
Monza.
Just toss that 15 milli. Just
Toss the check.
He's not
Back
Italian.
up.
They won't take him.
back up the Brinks truck.
We'll meet you guys halfway with the money. Just get him over there.
I still think Milan's a good shout for him.
Milan.
You
I
think?
would
think
like
you're
to
right.
see him. I would love to see him go to a place where he could be like the guy
Yeah.
in the spotlight. Where I think that's what he needs, a change of scenery where he's not amongst a lot of other big players. Like at Palermo, he was the focal point.
I love
Like
that.
a
Palermo.
team, even like
Yeah.
Roma or like Napoli,
Napoli.
could be really interesting for
Napoli
him.
don't have any big.
Napoli would be a cool one.
Osimhen, yeah, but like Dybala's just like
He
could
can
be
really-
that guy.
They would love him.
He can
there.
really dominate
Yeah.
a
They would
team
love
like
him
that, and he can
could.
be the focal, and he can
Oh,
like
if he can stay
rejuvenate
fit.
himself.
But is he worth it for some of these teams? He's
He's
got to lower his
expensive.
salary.
Yeah, he definitely
Big
has.
time.
7 million is like
He
no
played
teams
what?
are
Give it
gonna
a
do that
week
for
or
him.
two. The
And he's
Mercato just opened, so he's
Injury
gonna,
prone.
Say 50% of the
He's
season last season. It's nothing.
he's gonna get a nice clearance sale like Adamo got.
Yeah,
for
like his
Milan
hat.
hat. Yeah.
You still like his hat?
Yeah, like he's the
No,
one
yeah.
who's gonna say his hat.
I would become a Milan fan.
Bully over here.
Yeah, you're
His
saying the
clearance hat.
jersey, right?
Jersey,
You
yeah.
Oh,
jersey.
the-
Bro, he just took a shot at his hat.
Then he went to Linz to get
His
a
hat was
Milan
not
cap.
part of the
The
conversation.
depression sets in.
Okay,
No
well,
problem, none though.
mine none. You mean you please sing?
You guys have the same name?
You guys have some weird ass.
We're the same person, man.
Listen.
They're gonna fuse.
You guys know Gogeta or what?
And I have one last for Serie A talk, I guess. Top goal scorer. Who you got it this year? Who has it this year?
Don't say Zlatan, Mike.
4-0 Zlatan, bro.
He's
Hakeem
Zlatan's
Astur.
number one fan, by the way.
Hakeem Astur.
That's great.
Bro, why does Hakeem Mastur not come to the MLS?
I don't think he's
do
good
they
enough.
You don't think he's good enough for the
He's
MLS?
playing
They want
CSC.
No, he's not.
He's playing men's league, no?
No, he's not. He's playing like second division. Where's he?
I think he just signed like for
Second
a third division
Turkey.
team. Yeah,
Turkey,
something like
Turkey
that.
Or something like that.
No.
Bro, you don't think
Yeah.
this guy's good enough for MLS?
He's not good enough for Turkey.
Yeah, but bro, Turkey's another level than MLS.
He was just playing CSC last season.
No, there's no way third division Turkey is better than MLS.
Come on.
No, I
No
don't think
way,
so. No, it's
bro.
not.
No
way.
shot.
It's
Bro,
not. It's
no
not.
shot.
No, I
You
don't
just
think
love Mastor way too much.
Yeah.
You have a man crush on Mastor.
I don't blame him.
So, guys,
All right,
top goal
top goal
scorer.
scorer.
Yo,
Okay.
my
go.
goal with Hakeem Mastur.
Yo, wait.
I have a
What is going on?
Cut the mic.
Your goal with Hakeem must score.
You remember when he got famous? Yo, remember when he got famous? He was like juggling the gun.
Yeah.
Red Bull commercial.
When his Nike contract expires, I think it's next year. I looked it up.
Jeez.
They're still paying him. Yeah,
They're
they're
still
still paying him.
Oh shit.
When it expires,
That's crazy.
I want him to rep Calcio and recreate those commercials in our shit.
That'd be
crazy.
sick,
That'd
man.
That'd be sick.
In that case,
Hopefully
Hakeem
as a
must
team.
store.
We all love you.
We love you.
Store for president.
DM us
Milan
for,
legend.
Underrated.
Such an underrated.
for top goal scorer. I don't know, man.
Cavani at Monza.
Imagine he actually went there. Ooh.
I think he would
I
score
say Vlahovic.
15 still.
I think Vlahovic will
Yeah?
be top
With
goal
the Allegri ball.
Not with that leg.
Yeah,
Hey,
with,
but with
yeah,
Di
with
Maria,
Chiesa
Chiesa?
on the side.
Lots of
I'm gonna say
service.
Lukaku.
I was gonna
Big
say
Rob?
That's a good one.
Big Rami, baby.
Got the service
Listen,
now.
listen.
Yeah.
We're talking Serie A.
But there's a lot of big players there too.
Yeah, it is.
For Lukaku, especially if Dybala went there,
Yeah,
now you got
that's true.
Dybala, Lautaro, and Lukaku will want the ball.
That's true.
Yeah, it's tough. It's
Di
tricky.
Maria and Chiesa prefer to service
Yeah, they're-
a striker, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Anyone?
I got one. Do you have one? I got
Give me some
one.
time.
I think it's gonna be Tammy.
Really?
Tammy?
Ooh, that's a
I was
good
gonna go for him,
shout.
too.
That's
I
a
love
good
Tammy.
shout.
I think
really like him.
with the added depth that they're getting in this squad, he's just gonna get that much more service.
Yeah.
I still don't
Really?
think they have enough for him to get the ball.
He might
enough.
not.
The players behind him, right?
Yeah,
That's-
like if
that
they
was my
got
doubt
if they
for
got
him.
like an Isco, maybe
Yeah.
I
maybe.
thought he is
Ooh,
going there.
true.
like what?
Apparently, he turned it down.
Shit.
But I don't know.
I like the shout for Tammy though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'll
Tammy's
stick
That's a
with
good
him.
shout.
I'll
That's
stick
a
with
good
him.
shout.
I like Tammy. I like
Like
Tammy.
he's a beast.
I said the obvious
Who do you
one.
have?
Probably go Vlahovic.
Vlahovic?
Really?
Yeah.
Even with Allegri?
Yeah, but like you bring in Di Maria, Pogba when Chiesa's back. Bro, he played. He didn't have Chiesa there.
I know, it's true.
But how's he gonna come back?
Chiesa
But
gonna be the
Allegri-
same.
Yeah, is he gonna be the
That's-
same after
how's
the
he
injury?
gonna
Yeah,
back?
you don't know.
It's a
but
big. That's a
we
big
hope.
injury,
Who
man.
knows?
Freddie Church.
Well, pace was one of his biggest things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
He's
So-
an
I
explosive
mean,
player.
people have come back.
He was
from
very.
the-
Yeah, just
Yeah.
it's difficult.
We can't tell. We don't got a crystal ball,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
I would assume. I think he'll come back okay.
Until he plays, we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think the easy answer. I want to diss you guys. No, but, I think Lukaku's a great shout. I think Tammy definitely has the potential to be that striker. I just don't think Roma are at that level yet for, like Mikey said, for him to be able to reach that type of height. But one day he will get there. Vlahovic, even though I made a joke about the Allegri ball, he will score a lot of goals. So that's obviously an option. A name people didn't say is Ciro Immobile.
Oh
Man,
shit!
who
I
has
forgot about it.
Ran,
forget about it.
I forgot
ran
about it.
with that.
Well, yeah, why did we all miss that?
Yeah, we all
He was
forgot.
like
So-
Capogan like 10 times in a row.
You guys are thinking about the knot. You guys are still heartbroken. That's the problem, okay? I'll go Ciro Immobile. I'm not completely convinced. Lazio's team is not, like, it's not really winning me over much with Saudi right now, so not 100% convinced, but I'll go Ciro Immobile. Just
You'll
put
probably
some,
be the one that ends
Yeah,
up
I
being
know.
right.
See, I was just about
let's
to
put some
say
money
that.
on it,
That's
guys.
like,
No,
a
put
cheat,
some
that's
money.
like a cheat code. What do you guys got?
I want to say Lukaku, or like even Martin.
Lautaro.
Lautaro.
He did
Lautaro
really
does.
good this year.
I don't think he's like a top goal
Yeah.
scorer
With
kind
Lukaku's
of guy.
going to
though.
be harder to
Yeah.
score that many goals.
Lukaku's the main guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But they both, even like when they played for Inter together, like a couple years ago, they were both performing. They were both scoring, assisting each other. It's like
You're a good duo.
How many did Lautaro score this year?
22, 21.
In the league?
He
Pretty-
bro, he
that's
was
pretty
high
good,
up.
yeah.
We
was-
gotta
it
double
was
check.
like-
But that was without Lukaku.
Did he
there.
hit
That's
20
what
in the
I'm
league,
saying.
though?
Man.
With Lukaku,
I don't
He
think
was the
so.
man that did
I think-
everything.
The year before he
He
got
had
a
to be-
15 or
someone
something
look
like
that
that.
He
up.
had to be like the target
Yeah, we gotta
man
look that
to
up.
score the. Are you checking?
You got to stack at your
he also
Statman
had
Dave?
he also had like more than
Yeah.
10 assists
Yeah.
with Lukaku,
Yeah.
double digits of goals and assists. Lautaro. So
Any other names
I
we
don't know,
missed?
I think Olivier Giroud might be up there too.
Nah.
What? I know.
Is he gonna
Not
be
top goal
starting
scorer.
like game in, game
Yeah,
out?
He just got pushed into a
No,
corner.
not top goal
Never had
scorer.
anyone that agreed.
I'm just saying that he's gonna get
Impact.
He's gonna make
You don't
a.
think,
He's gonna have. I think he's gonna have like
Okay.
more than 20.
what about
More than 20.
Whoa!
I think he's gonna
Wait,
more than 20.
wait, all competitions or just the league?
No,
He's not
no,
gonna
league.
make that big of an impact.
No,
He
no.
just
I
got
think
20 goals.
man, the way he was
Let's bet
scoring
on
at the
that.
end of the season.
Yo, put a bet on it.
Yo,
I'll
Lautaro
bet on
scored
Scores the big
21.
goals. He scores the big
21.
I
goals.
said it,
Lautaro
right?
had
Fucking good.
21.
22.
What, this year?
Somebody said.
Oh,
Somebody
no,
said
it's
22,
21.
but whatever.
You think Giroud's gonna start though, and not Origi?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I mean, or Zlatan. Don't forget Zlatan.
Don't want to make that bet?
How about Lazic?
Zlatan
You guys
is
forgot
missing-
about Lazic.
Zlatan's not gonna be back until January.
Yeah, he's gonna have for 7 months.
I know, but even by Lazic.
Okay.
Lazic-
I got
Future.
Vlahovic, man. I think Vlahovic is gonna go off this season, bro. Especially with the support he's getting now from Di Maria, bro.
A washed Di Maria and an injured
Nah, he's
Chiesa.
gonna
Di Maria
thrive.
watch it, bro.
Forza Milan.
A 1 year Di Maria.
He's gonna
The guy-
thrive.
Yo, I think Di Maria is gonna tear Serie A.
He's
I
gonna
can
thrive
see
his
it
way
I
to
think
the
he's gonna
MLS.
tear Serie A.
I think
Argentina.
he's on
Argentina.
vacation like Messi at PSG.
You think so?
Bro, he's got the World Cup coming up. He's gonna be motivated.
Yeah, bro.
Even after that, dude, I think that really he's just like the player that Juventus were missing. My opinion. They have nobody
he
that
is
was
quality.
able to dribble their man,
He is quality.
who could take up space, and who preferred to service because that's what he likes to do.
Yeah.
He liked to put the ball into the box and give a striker a ball.
Unpredictable.
I think in Serie A it'll work.
Maybe we'll have 2 of those next year. And Chiesa.
That's true.
Yeah,
We'll see
enough.
when he comes back. But
Fair
good
enough.
show.
Maybe Zaniolo too. I know
Hey.
We'll
We
see.
gotta see.
but where does Zaniolo even play?
I was
What's his
thinking.
best position? What's
I don't even
Zaniolo's
know.
best position?
I
lost
I think
his
he's
pace,
attacking
no?
mid,
Can
but
anyone?
Yeah.
Can anyone even like
Like a
give-
10 now?
Oh,
I feel
and
like-
he played on
I
the
don't
wing
know.
most
I
of
like
the
him as a
year.
wing. He's
He was
Yeah.
a
I
box,
think-
box
I
When
think
he
Juve.
first came in as an attacking mid, I was like, holy shit. He reminds me like a young Yaya Toure, the way that guy ran.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the same legs as he did.
no. It's,
Yeah, but you're putting
why.
him on the wing. It's even worse.
No,
for
I
his
know.
legs.
Why?
I think he's gonna be like the Dybala replacement and play as like a second, like a cam. But I don't know what formation they're gonna be playing next season.
I-
4-3-3.
Yeah.
most
You
likely.
think?
I think he's
Most
gonna be on the wing with
Could
be
Di Maria.
4-2-3-1,
I think he
but
Which I
did,
don't like.
he did his most damage on the wing because he was faster than all the defenders, so he could beat his man and he can send a pretty good ball. But now,
No,
you know, with all the
no.
injuries,
Yeah, nice
I don't like
slower.
him on the
it
wing.
is tough.
Me neither.
It is
I don't like
tough.
him on the wing.
I think it's a terrible move on the wing. If that's their
Playing
intention.
like a false 9, like a second striker.
The only thing is like
You
this is
can't,
like
though.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
but
did
you
that
see
at-
how all of us
he
this
did
year-
that this
Yeah,
year.
I feel
yeah.
like he doesn't know what position
Even
he likes to ball
Boniek,
in.
he said he will be a great number 9.
Number
Like,
9.
I
I
don't
don't
so many
know.
different
No, I don't
positions
see
for
that.
this
I
guy.
don't
Guy
see
scored
that.
like 2 goals.
He's
this
throw him
year.
in that.
He's not a proven. He's not a
Right back,
proven.
left back.
He's not a proven goal scorer though. He's not really.
not.
That was a funny
No.
one. That was good.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
Does that mean like he's good because he can play a lot of positions, or is because
No.
or is
Not
that-
today.
No,
Or is it
we're
that
not.
he-
We're not talking about he's versatile. We're asking where does he play?
The one thing I will say though, he does have a hunger that the same kind of hunger that I see in Chiesa when he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
He
a
does.
guy that
He does.
I love. I can't stand some of these players that go back. That it's always backwards.
Yes.
The reason
Oh
why
my
I
God.
fell in love with Chiesa is because he was so direct.
Yeah.
His dribbling was with purpose. It was
Yeah.
always forward towards goal, try to take a shot, put in a dangerous
Beat
ball.
him, man.
And Zaniolo has that same sort of spirit
Yeah,
where he overdoes it sometimes. He definitely does,
Yeah.
but he goes direct.
Yeah.
That sort of spirit is good.
Lately, he hasn't been picking up his head and looking for his opponent.
Yeah, he needs to
keeps his
work
head
that
down
too.
and just shoots. Or
He needs
loses
to
the
work on his
ball,
decision making.
Which is that's
He's
a-
still
that's
22 years
something.
old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's still awesome.
young.
The ceiling is still very.
He's been
high.
around for a while. It still felt
Yeah,
like
it feels
it.
like
He
it, right?
made his debut at 19 against Real Madrid.
But you know what? Like, if he goes to
I
Juve,
remember that game.
he doesn't have to do everything,
That's true.
Yeah.
right? Like, he's got
That's true.
stars around him where, like,
Is
he just
capable of
plays his
doing that,
part.
though?
We'll
Throw him in
see.
there.
Just for
That's good.
50 million. My fear is like the injuries still.
50
million
is a
ACL
lot.
tear.
That's a gamble,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a
50
lot of
million,
money.
I feel like you should be really sure about
If you're
that.
spending 50 million,
I'm less concerned about the injuries than, like, you're spending 50 million. Where is he gonna play?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
the same thing as
can you
Dybala.
find a
Yeah.
spot for him in this squad?
He can start as a winger, right? But then when Chiesa comes back, Chiesa's going to take the wing.
Yeah.
So who's going to be a rotation? There has to be a way that he's going to play a different
He's too
position.
expensive to be a rotation player. That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
50
he is.
million
And he
on
won't
the
be.
bench.
Juventus,
isn't
Juventus are
Man
not
City.
like they're not Man City that could spend on a guy like
exactly.
that.
We're not spending 80 mil on subs.
Crazy, bro.
Jack Grealish is
Yeah.
like $100 million on the
Yeah,
bench.
my boy's
3 million
chilling.
euros. Unbelievable.
I love you, Jack.
I'd be chilling for 100 million on the bench.
Hey, I'd rather play, man.
I'd be chilling if I had that flow. Never mind
All right, hold
100
on.
million.
Now I got it. Now you can't. Last question. I know you're about to end, but one more. Okay. No, he said.
I'm sitting over there. I'm
He
sitting
said
on the
last
couch, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Shit, now I lost my. Okay, I got you. You can be
Yeah.
starter, main man
Ah.
on, say, Juventus, since you were the one that just brought this up. On Juventus,
I'll pass.
you make you make 300K a year.
Okay.
300K a year, or you can be playing on a small team, very small team. Let's say Lecce or Monza, making 10 million.
Okay.
Which one would you choose?
So rotting on the bench, or you're still playing?
You're a star player,
You
no?
can play
Okay.
Both teams are star player.
for this guy.
Oh, for you.
Oh,
For this guy.
Man, I gotta.
Boyhood
You
club.
gotta take the bag.
Now hold on.
I was gonna say, man, you could live off 300,000 a year. You could get brand deals.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Juve's, man, that's my club. I'm taking Juve.
We had
I had
a
a feeling he was gonna say
Okay, we'll ask you after the podcast.
No, I'm gonna take Monza. No,
Mons is a beautiful place.
we had a question similar to that, didn't we? Like something about Juve and Milan. If you went to Milan,
no, but the difference was like
What
you
was
take
that
you take
question?
Milan with like let's say 100 million a year, but you rot on the bench like you never play.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
the difference.
like Pinzolio.
Yeah.
Like Pinzolio.
He's a great guy though.
Boys, I'm taking the 10 bags
The 10
and
bags.
running.
10
not
bags
not
of
even
rice.
thinking about it, bro.
Bro,
Walking
there's no
out, not even
thought.
thinking about it.
How many years on that contract?
Yeah, what was it? 2 years?
How much work do I have?
Give me
Bro,
working
I
out.
need to know like how
It's a
big
loan,
my
it's a
bank
loan.
account is getting.
Yeah, seriously,
I asked
nothing
him
sure.
because I had a feeling with Juve.
But nothing
I
sure,
saw
bro.
I saw her answer
You
one of the
snap
questions.
your leg
I
and
was
then
like,
you're working, you gotta do something else.
You don't want to play.
I'll
with
work at
Philadelphia?
McDonald's after my career. It's okay.
I still say that you did it.
Yeah.
Juventus.
I got an injury and then I couldn't play anymore.
Full circle.
Yeah,
Full circle. How we
that's
started.
good.
That's great.
But in the real world,
going back to like IFTV, just kind of like finishing it off now. Like, what are your guys, next steps or next goals for IFTV and for your guys, careers in general? What are you guys, thinking of in the future? Or, what's the goals now?
I mean,
It's interesting.
to be honest with you, you never know. I know that we never thought some of the things that we do today on an everyday basis would not have even been a thought even 12 months ago, 18 months ago. But the thing that we've always tried to do is adapt to the consumer, to where people are, to where people's attention is, and to what people want. Like, things are changing so much. Like, even if you want to get into the nitty gritty of like even the way that we're doing TikTok, Reels content
yeah.
compared to graphic content and how we're balancing that, in the micro, it's definitely finding that. And for me, the thing that makes me the most happy, I love meeting just like Serie A fans who have that same chip on their shoulder, who love the league so damn much. So if we could play a part in trying to grow that and to build out wherever it leads, like right now we have a partnership with Serie A where we help them speak to North Americans, to Canadians and Americans in a normal, like, fun way. That for me is like always like the North Star. And then like where it goes, I really don't know.
Yeah.
But we make sure that we keep those values
For
at
sure.
the,
I
at the
think,
core.
yeah, for sure. I think it's never really knowing what the end path is. I think it's just focusing on the big goal. And I do think our biggest thing right now is working on, building the fan base and make more. When we started, dude, no one really watched Serie A that much. Now, if we look back at it, what a huge step it improved. And Serie A, I really think took a huge step forward, and a lot of people are really interested in it. And of course, it helps when great players like Ronaldo come in the league, Lukaku, so on and so forth. So I think if we continue on that path and do
Sally
something like
makers.
that and just grow it like that, I think as of right now, I think that's the biggest thing.
Champas is gonna be sign Hakeem Mastor.
And Zlatan.
You already said his.
definitely. My big goal is like traveling to Italy with the boys and filming with players, just showing like their personality to people who wouldn't get the chance to see in North America, because like the Premier League gets all the shine.
Yeah, for real.
So just growing the personalities, which will grow the league over here, and then growing our merch brand.
Yeah.
Just growing
Good
the
answer.
culture in general, right?
Yeah.
I think for me, again, it's obviously the chip on the shoulder of, people not respecting the Serie A, always growing up in that area where nobody talked about it, nobody cared for it, and nobody was creating content for it. So I think that's always something in the back of our minds. On top of that, it's, again, the things that we touched on before. It's, for me, the connection with players. I think changing, again, as we said, all respect to journalism and traditional things where it has its place. And I think that it's very vital in that sense as well. But I think being able to connect with a player, being able to change the way that people are perceiving the people who create content is the biggest thing for me as well. And I think that we're doing that, and we still haven't achieved nearly anything to what we want to achieve, and we're still at the starting point in my mind. I think that we have a lot of work to do, and we're not at a spot where we're content. We're not satisfied with what we've done yet, and I just want to continue to push that narrative of Serie A.
I have a wild one.
Go ahead.
I'm second guess myself if
Oh,
I should say it
boy.
out loud or not.
Yo,
Do it.
Let it rip, man. Let it rip.
Text it to me, bro.
But it's like what we were saying before. Sometimes even if you look stupid. I have one thing that I really want.
Put it in the universe.
It's kind of selfish. It's kind of
Manifest it, bro.
selfish.
Put it in the universe.
I don't know this guy.
I really want. It's just a personal goal, and it's literally been on my mind lately. Really want an investor into our company that's a player,
That'd be
like
sick.
an all-star
That'd be
player.
sick.
that becomes part of IFTV, because I think it will give us just that little bit of legitimacy in so many eyes on just like pouring fuel on the fire.
Yeah.
There's one name. I'll keep the name.
And
I know we're all four
How
of us
much
are
was,
thinking about
Mastor,
one name.
answer.
I was gonna say.
Check your DMs.
We got a great deal for you.
Check your DMs, bro.
But no. But I'm talking about, sorry,
My story.
All-Star.
Yeah.
Top,
I know what you're talking about.
Top. Like,
And it would just like give us so much more access to players because
Avenues
One
are
call.
open.
yeah, it's just one call. He knows everybody.
And just the
that's the
dominoes
one
start
thing we
falling,
never
right?
had. That's also like the thing.
Yeah.
Like we had no connection
Yeah.
of like to anything.
Mhm.
We're literally like 4 dudes that like didn't have an in anywhere, and I never wanted that. Like I literally would never want any of that help. But now we're at the point where I'm like, you know what? I see the value in that, and like we built it to a point where I could feel okay with wanting. I just want like that door that could open.
Yeah.
Because I know we'll take advantage of it. So.
Yeah.
There's one guy
Yeah.
that we're thinking about that we
Don't
always
say it,
have
don't
on
say
it.
it.
Siepes.
I don't want me to
Siepes.
make it
Not
weird.
yet, not yet.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I put that out there because it
Alright.
scares me to say it, because then if it doesn't happen, then I'm like, damn, we look stupid. But that's one thing that I really want.
I think that one will happen though.
I think it will happen. I've been having
Have
it
that
on my
positive
mind.
mindset. Anything could
bro.
happen, man.
Yeah.
Have that Ronaldo mindset.
It's Gary
Here we
V.
go.
There you go.
He's gonna make it happen for you guys.
Make TikToks.
Best part of the episode.
Your parents.
Do it. New media.
We're gonna get a new media.
Oh man, people are gonna hate my laugh.
Same for me. It's fine. We get that enough.
Dude, are you the guy that does those TikToks?
Are you Nemo?
Bro, Nima does it the best, bro.
He does.
Dude, is
We
that
were watching one today at the hotel.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He's a
Dude,
legend.
you do it so good.
That was good.
Hey, forget about this footy culture
Yeah, what
stuff.
are you doing? Blow this up.
Yeah, bro, just do impressions, bro.
Oh my
for this
God.
shit, bro.
Who else can you do? Can you do anyone else? Can you give us like a Zlatan?
Dude,
I don't know if
Herbert
you
the
get-
pervert, man.
Nah, I'm not that.
You got Herbert.
I'm not that good at that, but if you guys want to hear a Mickey Mouse, if you guys want to hear a Mickey Mouse,
I
doing
know
a
a guy
Gary
if
V
you need a
TikTok.
Mickey Mouse.
Jose Mourinho? Can you
Yo,
give us-
Adamo does a good Mourinho, and who's that United fan?
Oh, Andy Tate.
oh, Andy,
Do that one.
No, do
pretty
Mourinho.
much
Do
spot.
Mourinho.
Do it.
Mourinho.
No, I can't do Mourinho.
Come on, Mourinho.
Play his voice message, bro.
This guy sends his voice notes all the time doing
Yeah.
accents.
Andy Tate's
guy
a
in the
legend.
special one.
Don't you do Conte too? You do Conte?
No, I
Top
tried.
player, great player.
I tried to. No, Guardiola.
Professional
Guardiola.
player.
I can't.
That
I gotta-
United fan is
that
the
takes
best
many
one he
takes.
does though.
It takes many takes.
Bro, they have unlimited storage. over there.
Yeah, come on.
You're getting shy now.
Dude,
What's
yeah.
up,
Come
bro?
on, bro.
He's getting rad. He's getting rad.
He said the same thing 7 times. Is that it? Is that the bit?
That's it.
I just did it like 7 times.
You guys don't know who that is?
Oh my god.
Come on.
But yeah, like going back to like
Dude, how do you get your voice there?
It's hilarious.
It's an art, bro. It's an art.
He mixes in his Mickey Mouse. He mixes in his Mickey
That was
Mouse.
the last thing I ever expected.
Wow.
To hear. What the hell?
You guys have like a donation bin? Like, what do I? How do I provide?
Bro, throw the cash on the table, bro.
Wow.
oh my god.
Oh
You're
my
saying
God.
But yeah, back to the you guys saying it's just basically growing like the culture, right? Culture of Serie A, culture of football, Calcio in general. You know? Okay. Just end it there.
Growing.
You gotta grow the culture.
It's amazing. How do you do your That's so good.
Who are you?
This is the first time we're seeing this movie. I'm going
That's
to
funny.
Bro, this guy practices that shit in the mirror.
He was waiting for you guys to come over. That's why.
That's the first time I've said that, by the way.
Yeah,
First time today, maybe.
On the podcast.
Oh
Yeah,
man, my
seriously.
cheeks are hurting now.
Clip that.
Clip that. New media.
Yeah. Finish your thought.
We're getting off with like something simple. You guys are obviously here in Toronto for a reason, for Toronto FC. So, what was your thought of like Encina coming to Toronto? You think it's good for the culture, good for Serie A because it brings more faces into that too, good for the MLS as well. What are your thoughts on that type of stuff?
I think Insigne was ready to make that jump. I think everyone who watched him in Serie A, I could feel like, it's a page that needed to be turned. I think for the people in Toronto, like the excitement that he's brought, I could say just from like a nerd analytic perspective, his content for us like is over exceeding like so many of the teams that go there. So that's a testament to how strong the fan base in Toronto is, the Italians in Toronto, even just football lovers in general, and the appeal that Insigne can bring, like excitement. That's why I watch the game at the end of the day. He brings that little like fantasista, right, type player, the one who could take a shot from outside the box and kids can be like, oh, I want to be just like him, you know? He's got that aspect to him, that number 10. So I think he's super exciting, you know? I would love to watch a player like him. And the fact that they're signing a bunch of Italian players also doesn't hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
We have a
best
nice
guy on the way.
little core fan base
Little
over
trio.
there.
Sure.
They already got the Napolitan music. If you look at Chico and Insigne together. So I love it. And it's selfish for sure because to have them in our backyard is exciting. And I know people in Europe, they get so mad, you know, like the Euro snobs, as they always like get called. They're like, why do you want them over there? But listen, we're here. We want to watch these guys in person and see them live. So I love it.
But it's been growing a lot too. I mean, hopefully they get a third Italian. Cross our fingers soon. But there's also Chiellini from Serie A to LA, and also Bale.
Yeah,
So two huge names and making the MLS really, really competitive over here. You know, back in the day it was harder to watch MLS, but now I feel like it's more likely for us to be watching games. You see these big names, the game's growing overall. So I think it's exciting for everyone, especially Joe Vinko when he was in TFC. How many games did we watch just to put him on? He was the MVP of the league, scoring left and right. It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be another buzz in Toronto and MLS in general.
Hopefully.
So this is a big win-win, especially for all the guys in Toronto. You guys over here, you get to see him whenever you guys want. So I think it's a big win.
You guys gotta come more often to Toronto.
Yeah,
to
for
watch some
sure.
games.
Yo, dude, the flight was quick, man.
Yeah, it
I didn't
wasn't
think we were
bad.
gonna make it with a little propeller.
Yeah.
We made it.
Shout out
Now
to
we know
Billy
that it's
Bishop.
safe
Shout out
to
Billy
do that.
Yeah, we
For
might
like
have to do
55
another
minutes.
couple times, but yeah.
No, I mean you guys are always welcome to come here, man.
Yeah, bro.
We can chill here and then go watch the game afterwards.
Next time we'll get real Italian pizza.
We'll make it ourselves.
You gonna make some, Chris?
I can only make toast. That's all I can make.
Some real Italian
You
toast.
make toast?
You just put in the.
you don't
Yeah,
make
I don't know
toast.
that's
little-
big.
little-
You know how to make toast?
So you know what, a warm bread basically.
Yeah, I know how warm bread.
What do you
That's
put
like
on it?
saying like I know how to make cereal.
Cereal.
Put the
toast.
cereal in the bowl and pour the milk.
Sometimes eggs.
New media.
Sometimes. New media. New media.
This conversation got wild.
What's your like favorite kind of egg though? Like poached, hard boiled.
Scrambled, man.
Sunny side up.
Scrambled.
This guy's not saying scrambled.
I'm a scramble kind
Get
of
some
guy.
help, man.
I've been making sunny side up lately though. I've been a scramble guy, but made the switch. It's mad
You guys
simple.
are weird.
Yeah, you just
Bro, you
flip
just
it over.
break the thing and it's done.
Yeah.
Weird.
Simple. There you go.
I'm not hanging out with you again.
Finish off with one more thing. Insigne, top goal scorer. What do you think?
Not this season.
I say yes. I'm going.
Next season or this
I
season?
say yes. Top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Next
He's,
season,
he's
next
injured
season.
now, so it's gonna be tough.
That means that we got to get out. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here.
These are real questions are gonna come out.
Bro, we
Dim the
already saw
lights.
when you guys started putting the boom lights.
After hours, boys.
Nah, but
Yeah.
last question. Who are your guys' GOAT? Cristiano
Oh.
or Messi?
Or
This is a big one.
Or just in general. who's your GOAT?
Alessandro Del Piero.
Piero?
Period.
Between Messi and Ronaldo, I feel like we've asked this so many times. I think if you would have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said Messi. But after that 30-year mark, I think Ronaldo really pushed himself to the limit and showed that he can, withstand all these adversities, go to different leagues, still win, do this, and his just his willpower, his leadership, winning with Portugal and stuff with an inferior squad to others. Maybe Ronaldo a little bit more.
Okay.
All right,
Piero.
all right.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Next question.
I'm surprised he didn't say Zlatan, bro.
how am I gonna top that?
Hakim Astor.
Are we talking Serie A? What are we talking? If we're talking Messi versus Ronaldo, I always loved Messi growing up, but I think, like Cantati said, Ronaldo made that push later on in his career, and I think I think it's inspiring for a lot of people seeing that somebody was able to come from Sporting and be able to transform himself into a GOAT. But for me, it's got to be Maradona. I think playing in an era like that, it's different when guys are literally breaking your legs.
Yeah, bro.
So you put Maradona in today, I think he rips shit up, and he's my GOAT.
I give you that. I give you
Yeah,
that.
give it to
That's
me.
That's a good.
Give it to me.
Kind of wasn't the
That's a good-
question, but we'll let it stand.
Well, how are these cameras still rolling is my
Yeah,
question.
that's crazy.
But
You guys got some mad stories.
We actually were recording the whole time. This was,
Yeah, we gotta redo it.
We're just talking,
So
bro.
You lured us in.
So when do we start?
But no, again, just want to really thank you guys for coming by. I know it was like last minute, but like it's really unbelievable to have you here again. Like for him.
Yeah, just for me.
He's got a smile on this guy's face.
He's gonna go home.
Just look at the face right
Wait,
there,
what is a Juventus fan doing with this egoist?
No, okay. No.
Did you switch?
No. So the guy who was not here, his friend told him to bring the jersey.
Oh,
here to
the
try-
guy's friend.
So I was just holding it up because I knew that you would like to see that, right?
For
I wasn't
sure,
wearing a
that's
Juve jersey or anything.
It worked.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
I mean, we took the picture of it.
Yeah.
For the content, man.
Yeah.
But no, you wouldn't. I wouldn't. Napoli, no.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
That sounds kind of suspicious. Let's go deeper.
Let's analyze this further.
Tell us some more.
I'm gonna zoom in here.
No. Why are you zooming in on me?
This guy loves Inler and Berami for sure. For sure.
Legends of Napoli.
Those are
Yeah.
legends.
But
Yeah,
no,
and
seriously,
the
thank you guys for coming by, man.
They got a little cut in here, but
Yeah.
Guys, it was our pleasure.
You
Coming
guys are
here.
amazing.
Toronto.
Honestly,
First of all, yeah.
we
first-
haven't had this much fun on a podcast in a long time. It feels like we've known each other for a while now.
I have.
It doesn't feel like
One way though. One way.
we've known each other for a while. Apparently,
He's known you guys.
One way.
Following you. He knows a lot about you.
I know everything. about
Mother's
you.
maiden name. Go.
Guys, no, honestly, though, the hospitality was amazing. It was like chilling with the boys that we've talked to for so long and talking culture, talking life, talking everything. It was a pleasure. It was our honor, honestly. I could say that.
we
Yeah.
gotta take
media.
you guys out before we leave. We gotta take. We owe you because you guys treated us too nice.
No, anytime, man.
We had an Ann Arbor.
You guys ever been to Pizza Pizza?
Damn, that was a better joke. Damn.
Gourmet.
New media.
Gourmet, bro.
We're taking the bus home.
But no, seriously, whenever you guys are in Toronto, you guys need anything from us, man. We're always here, man. It's always about growing the culture in general, growing football, growing soccer, calcio, and bringing, that awareness of Serie A. And
Especially to North America.
especially in North America, where it's not too big, but you can see where the progression, where it's going, So thanks again for tuning in and coming by.
a radio station.
I'm talking to the freaking cameras now. Thank you for coming by, man. It's been an honor, a pleasure. This guy's gonna go home and pinch himself now when he's in bed. Did this really happen?
Gary pinching himself when he gets 3,000 views.
Like this?
The content.
All right, boys, wrap it up there. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know who we are. We the culture. And with that, we out. Peace.
Footy
Later,
culture,
later.
baby.
That's great, boys. Honestly, that was fucking.
That was awesome.
That
That
was
was
fun,
dope.
That was my first ever podcast. That was fucking.
This guy is like.
Oh, yeah.
Swamp ass bros.
It's hot.
Okay, no, it's making a little noise there, of course. Sorry.
So I know why I turned it down. I'm just saying, I turned it up.
Okay, no, legit, when you pull off that Gary Vee shit, this is the first time we heard it.
Bro,
That's what we're not
you were making me laugh. So fucking.
Bro, he was crying.
I saw you crying.